Vamos a ver.
Elimination victory royale during the semifinals, and then they carried over the performance into the Sunday.
Esta semana 8 de Europa y Asia.
But another team that actually started breaking through in the finals towards the end, which led them to qualify as Oslo and Bad Sniper. And I think something very interesting about this group, or this duo in particular, they're going to be contesting at Tilted Towers, and they are very proficient at doing so.
They will be in the fray, and if Bad Sniper gets a sniper in his hands, here's a joke. His name online is actually not Bad Sniper because he hits all of those shots. Will be looking to make them pay. Now, Forziar and Nord, also another very aggressive pair, but kind of just like to chill out at times. They like find themselves on the edge, take the rifles. If they know they have an advantage, they go. We've seen them before as well in the Winter Royale.
And on the bottom right there, Yu Wang and KBB, they came out of the Tencent track, which was a competition that was hosted out in China. And so I think a lot of people didn't see those games and don't really know what these two are all about. Let's continue and find out more about them.
心情的话，非常亢奋吧，就可以跟各国的选手切磋。如果想跟一个队来对抗的话，我更希望是跟芒果那队。
要对游戏的喜欢，对吧？然后对游戏的理解，
还要有一个信仰，就是想成为冠军的一种念头。毕竟职业就是要奔着冠军。
就往外架在哪？往那这。
理解程度，然后对自己的技术非常的自信。
心情就感觉跟做梦一样，但这些都是靠自己努力得来的，就非常的好。冠军等着我们。
Aquí puedo poner. Ah. Amigo. Lo que haré entre partida y partida será jugar una partida en solitario.
Chinese teams representing, and now into our last section of qualifiers. These were the guys who ended up qualifying in the final week, the last chance to be there. It's Slacks and Keys, Calculator and Macwood, Zone and King.
Aquí calidad ahora.
And then Vinny and Zexro. And I mean, so many of these guys we could talk about right now, but the one
Norteamérica.
King and Zone coming out of Argentina. They are ridiculously aggressive, know how to go, and I think people will be surprised. They're able to execute on a level where if they get rolling, it's going to be very hard to stop them.
Norteamérica costa este, Norteamérica oeste y Brasil.
Is shown, but one duo
Storm.
talk about is Epic Whale and Storm, because this is one of the few fully qualified duos. We'll see both of them tomorrow, and what a way to do it, because they came together at the last second as well.
They came together in the final week knowing it was their last opportunity, and they wanted to be there. They wanted 2 seats on the stage in each one of the competitions that really separated themselves. But speaking of somebody who separated themselves, Zexro and Vinny. Zexro, the original pioneer of the
No conozco a Zexro y a Minix. Nunca los he visto jugar. Y son de TSM. Están en un buen equipo.
They're actually not even going to be doing after this competition, so this will be a last hurrah, and let's see what Zexro and Vinny have to say.
We've got Vinny and Zexro here. Very excited to see you guys. I know that a lot of people are thrilled and excited to see what you guys have planned for today. You both have been competing both very well in duos and solos over the course of the year. How do you think that the competition today is going to compare to the rest of the competitions that you've had leading up to the scrims, whatever the case may be?
For sure, the competition's definitely going to be hard today. Probably the hardest competition yet, but I'm very confident for us to succeed today. So
awesome. Well, we believe in you guys. Now, Zexro, you told us after qualifying for the last week of duos that you were suffering from some tendonitis. Preparing for a competition like this, especially at such a high caliber, there's got to be a lot of stress involved with that. How have you been physically preparing for today?
So basically, I didn't really play much, and then I would just VOD review and everything. I would just play in the qualifier days, take a lot of the leave, and it started going away at the end, and then qualified, so we're chilling.
Fantastic. Well, we're all really excited to see you guys. I know that a lot of people are, a lot of TSM fans here and all over the world. It's going to be a great day.
There you have it. Proof that it's not all about just grinding and playing all the way through. You got to do your VOD review. You got to take care of get those wrist stretches in. That's Zexo's story there. We'll see how they perform today. We've got one final group of duos to let on the floor. It's going to be Serpent and Hype, Wolfies and Rojo, Skite and Vato, Borwins and Tux, Kluja and Thomas HT, and then finally Puz and Ming.
I mean, there's so many players in here you can call out. Serpent and Hype were the original. Can you translate it to Sunday? They won so many of those semifinals, and in the last week, were able to do it. I got an opportunity to actually talk with Rojo in the practice room, and he says he's excited to be here, wants to play, wants to get on the stage, and knows he'll be able to enact their game plan. He wouldn't tell me, and I wouldn't leak it anyway.
Esta semana vi solo de un español.
Between Vinny and Zexro, Skype battling a ton of wrist issues and then able to overcome it, and I got to speak with him.
Cabrón, el Borwin en face.
I'm glad I'm here, man, and there was a fantastic post he did about it.
Yeah, he had that twit longer where he basically went through how he lost his confidence because of his wrist issue and then gained it back because of the support of all you guys at home who supported Skype through his journey. The French community doing so as well. Moving on forward, Borwin and Tux.
Pues nada, me quedan un buen ratico hasta las 11, que termina supuestamente. Será más tarde. Soy a las 7 y tendrían que haber empezado ya. Buddy, puedes donarme algo si quieres, Clicas en el título, ¡pum! Y te sale lo de Streamlabs. ¿Putos chinos? Cabrones, están en todos lados.
이제 아시아에서 진출하였습니다. 저는 퍼즈라고 하고 아시아에서 진출한 사람입니다. 가장 좋은 성적을 내서 대체 선수로 뽑혀서 왔더니 이제 아시아에서 듀오 한 팀이 진출을 못해서 저희가 이제 좋은 기회를 얻게 되어서 이렇게 진출하게 되었어요. 온라인에서 상금을 받으면서 같이 경쟁하는 게 마음에 들었어요. 유럽 선수들과 게임하기 전에 이제 계속 어떻게 게임을 플레이할지 생각을 하고 하는 거죠. 그냥 연습을 최대한 시간에 맞게 활용을 하고 최대한 많이 노력을 하다 보면.
Vamos. Es que ordenador, tío, no carga.
I mean, I can only imagine what is going through their heads. First, taking the top spot in a week where there wasn't a qualification spot, and then having one of the most consistently best placements, then being chosen as an alternate, and finding out you're going to be competing, having a chance to represent Asia and South Korea here, and they are very good. They're known for playing aggressively, trying to find a side of a zone, box themselves up, and get some shots towards the side of the rotation. If they can get that position, don't expect them to not be dangerous, because they will make some waves, and that's the competition. Those are all the players. Those are the 100 best Fortnite players in the world, the 50 best duos, and now there's a duo in particular. We talked about it. The loudest duo when they're announced. They want to be the loudest duo when all is said and done. We have Mitro and Mongrel down on the floor. Jordan, what do they have to say?
We are all so excited to see these two play, and honestly, things when I watch these guys play.
Cago en la puta.
It's two very, very different things, obviously. What is the preparation like going into competing at a LAN together?
Competing at LAN is definitely different. Personally, I like it more just because I like the environment, but online is easier, but I don't know, I just like LAN more.
Fair. You can't beat the energy in a stadium like this. A lot of people are really excited and stoked to be here, and especially to see you guys play. We can't wait.
Thank you so much, Jordan. And now, just those guys, they sound excited, but that's it. Enough from us talking. The 50 best duos in the world are on the stage, competing for their share of $15 million, Ball. And I mean, 6 games away from winning $3 million to the top duo.
Just think about that. 6 games, and then we'll find out who is
Seis
the
partidas.
best duo in the world.
6 partidas.
Down, no question about it. The best. 6 games. We're gonna do that.
6 partidas, madre mía.
World champions will be crowned, but that's it. The pre-show is over. Enough from us up here. We'll be breaking down gameplay later. We're gonna toss it on inside to kick the show off. You guys have a good one.
Vamos, que empieza, que empieza.
Ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this. Millions watching across the world. On the biggest stage. Every single player out here, an absolute gamer, Jack. We've never seen anything like this.
¿Cuánto valdrá una copa de esas? De oro.
It's amazing. It's like you feel so free. It's ridiculous. And then we just kind of watched like our names pop up.
¿Verdad? Agüita al estadio, ¿eh?
It was a huge sigh of relief. All the hard work we did just finally paid off. We were kind of going nuts.
He finds the low. He has to go forward though, because there's a change in elevation. She finds the first, they find the second, and he does! Speed left. That is why he's a World Cup qualifier. This is it right here, the 1v1. Who is the other part of this?
He takes what? Damage to himself, and all of a sudden it's complete chaos.
What a win! Victory Royale! GG! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from my hometown, baby, New York City. Where you at? Where you at? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. This is it, people. The moment that we've been waiting for. 10 weeks of competition leads to this. I'm your host, Golden Boy, and I couldn't be more pumped to be here because we're about to see the greatest Fortnite players in the world go up against each other in duos competition. Millions in prizing on the line, and most importantly, what's right behind me, the championship, the trophy, and the first ever Fortnite World Champion. We're gonna crown that today, and it's gonna be awesome. And I wanna know if everyone here in the Arthur Ashe Stadium, are you hyped? Are you ready? You know what? Maybe I can't do the job. I think this will do some justice.
No pain, no gain. No guts, no glory. I'm a one-man army. Ain't a one-man army. Ain't no weapon formed against me. And you already know the rest, so you know your best ain't gonna stress me. If you the best, I'm the next thing. You can do it too.
Now, I know everyone here is excited to get to the games, and we're going to do so in a little bit. The players are gearing up and getting ready to go.
Wow.
I know that each and every one of you inside of this stadium You're just pumped. You've had your opportunity to go out to the festival. You've managed to meet up with your friends and enjoy some great times here in New York City. And obviously, our players are here to win a world championship. And the good news is we have two players standing by with Jordan Fisher who are looking like they can contend for the top of the mountain.
Thank you, GB. You are a handsome man. Now, I'm going to be super honest and very forward right now when I say that I've got two of my favorite people in this stadium right now that are competing together. Two of my
Están guapas las camisetas de Ghost, aunque no se ve mucho el logo, pero bueno.
We have Sean and Aiden. Aiden, one of the most dominating controller players in the world, and he's proved it time and time again. With Sean on mouse and keyboard, one of the most mechanically skilled and gifted players in all of Fortnite. Now, with this combination of one of you on a controller and one of you on mouse and keyboard, there's got to be some pretty unique strategy that you guys can pull together. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, our synergy is great. Like you said, he's one of the best mechanical players. His tunnels are insane. Like, it's just insane watching him play. And just, you know, me being an aggressive player and having good aim, we really combo together well. I'm hoping we're going to do good.
1000%. Now, Sean, you both competed in the Pro-Am yesterday, which was a lot of fun. We all know that was a very sweaty lobby. But your thought process, your strategy going into today, tell me how that differs from yesterday and your performance there.
Well, I think yesterday was like super fast-paced. You need to get kills to place well. But today we're going to go for endgame, play super slow, and so we can kill it endgame.
Fantastic. Well, we're all so excited to see you guys. GB, what do you have for us?
Always a pleasure to hear from the Ghost duo. They're going to look to go to the top, and they very well might do that. Now, I asked you guys earlier, I said, are you ready? So I'm going to ask you again, New York City, are you ready? Oh, no, I got to take the earpiece off. New York City, this is my hometown, and I know we can make some noise, so I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you ready? The Fortnite World Cup Finals start now. Let's send it over to your casters, Courage and Ninja.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City.
Ninja y es Courage.
My name is Jack Courage Dunlop. And well, guess what? I'm joined by a surprise guest appearance, Tyler Ninja Blevins. I am so excited for today's
Ninja.
action. Ninja, the emotion here is insane.
We have no idea, man. These guys have been playing for months, practicing, doing nothing but thinking, eating, sleeping, breathing Fortnite.
¿Quién está ahí detrás? Mira, Mr. Savage con Hunt, con... ¿cómo se llama? Joder, no me sale. Luego está Kingstar con Hunter. Y a la izquierda de Kingstar no he visto quién es. Con Miran puede ser que jugase...
Top 5, they earn 7 points, and finally the Victory Royale, they earn 10 points. Now those points cannot stack, meaning in a game you can only get a max
No, con Milan no. Mr. Savage ha jugado con... Joder, no me acuerdo.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, I mean, you're looking at first place, 3 million. I mean, heck,
3 millones el primero. 3 millones de dólares el primero.
I've been competing for a long time, and I've been competing for almost 10 years. Prize pool's never even come close to this. This is life-changing.
Yeah, absolutely mind-blowing numbers right there. Again, everyone who made it this far, $50,000 in their pocket, but their eyes are on that top 10. They want to jump up that prize money ladder. Again, we are live right now from the Fortnite World Cup Finals. There are so many talented players.
El Kingstar y el otro.
Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Really, anywhere you can use hashtags. I know we both have our predictions.
Oh, absolutely. You want to go first?
No. You go first. Who for you is your standout?
Era China. Que francés, pero bueno. No, es chino-francés.
I think they're going to definitely close it out. They've been. I really am just super interested to see.
Un momentín, ya sé que no lo estáis viendo. He invitado a un amigo, a ver si se une y lo comentamos los dos.
Early game battles, these fights for the different points of interest will be so key. You go with a European duo. Yeah. I'm picking a European duo as well. Another young squad, Mr. Savage M and Benji Fishy. Dude, Mr. Savage M is cold-blooded. Every time I met him, I'm
Con Benji, coño.
they're absolutely insane.
Joder, que es verdad que Benji también es NRG. Sí, lo tenía en la punta de la lengua, tío. Sabía que era o sea, de su equipo, pero no me acordaba del nombre, coño.
I mean, literally watching Benji just slay out an entire lobby by himself in squads is, it's like, it's art, man. You know, what these guys do, it's art, so enjoy.
I know Mr. Savage in a public match got like 40-plus eliminations in Season 9, which is unheard of, all by himself, solo squads. There are so many ways you can watch, though, this weekend. I've been just looking at my phone already. I'm seeing 1 million-plus of you guys tune in. As you guys know, so many ways to watch. You've got Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere where there's live streams. Also, a new Fortnite.com/watch feature that you can go take a look at. You'll see some different individual feeds there that will be a crazy, unique way to watch Fortnite competitive for the first time. I know everyone at home looking forward to seeing their top players perform. This place now, Ninja, is insane. I mean, this is one of the most ridiculous arenas I think I've ever seen for an esports event, and I know people flooding on in from the outside. I just can't wait to get it started.
Dude, this is literally what I've been waiting for like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
All in the same lobby, all right? In the qualifying matches on Sunday, you're playing against, in a lobby, maybe like 4 or 5 of the teams who are actually here right now, but now this is going to be all of them in the same lobby. Every single battle, the best players in the world fighting against one another. I'm excited to watch the early game when they're landing in their spots. I'm excited to watch the mid game during the rotations. I'm going to be taking notes, and you guys should too.
Yeah. Also, other things that note to take to bring up. We're going to be playing on siphon settings here, increased material format. Do you want to explain for everyone at home exactly how that all works?
I'd absolutely love to. So, unlike normal matches, when you get an elimination, all right, you're going to be granted with 50 health.
Ya están todos.
You're missing. And that's also going to give you 1 point as well. They also drop 50 mats of each, wood, brick, and metal. So, eliminations are definitely going to...
Mongrel Mitro, Uruguay Cínico, Bato Strike, Sean, Aidan. Luego estaba Benji y Savage.
Ninja, I was laughing with you earlier when players were warming up earlier today because I got some warm-up games in. Obviously, for many of them, it's their first time in a major LAN event. They wound up going through and they were just sitting at the spawn island like they were right now. I mean, look at the build battles happening on spawn island. They're all editing, they're all aiming. None of them are just sitting still. The nerves running through them insane. The average age in today's tournament, 16 years old. Some of these guys are going to walk away with $1 million+ this weekend.
Toma. Ese baile está guapo.
Why not even ask that?
16, man? Just a bunch of candy and energy drinks, man. I didn't really...
So basically the same as today.
Exactly. Nothing really would change. Nothing's changed.
No, it's so much fun, man. Again, people flowing on into the venue. Looking at these duos, looking at these contested areas, right? Loot Lake has been a very hot topic.
Yeah,
man. Aiden has been landing there throughout all qualifiers. You see, Mongrel and Mitro. I've been hearing some notes about, Tilted Towers and or Neo Tilted, as it's now called, of where they're going to go. In your opinion, right now you play 6 games.
Yep.
You know how detrimental it can be to your mental state if you have one where you kind of right off spawn and get taken out.
Yeah.
What is your game plan? What are you going for? You don't care how many people land there. You just go and play your game.
No, I think
you shy away. What do you do?
Oh man, these guys have been practicing. They know that they're going to be contested. Yeah. They know that, and they're not. If they're intelligent players, they're going to play exactly the last 10 World Cup qualifiers. They're going to go exactly where they go. They're going to push where they're going to push. And they're going to beat. Now me.
Va a ganar Potato. Bueno, Potato no juega. Team Queso, los de Team Queso. Prisionero y no sé quién era el otro.
That's going to be something you're going to be thinking about in the second game, the third game. Oh my gosh, should we change our landing spots? And then if you're thinking like that, it's over.
Yeah, and I keep seeing you look down. You're like eagerly wanting to talk about this map. We have what the first map is going to be in front of us. But again, guys, there's so many exciting things going on in the world of Fortnite right now. One of the new limited time modes that is actually going on. Prop Hunt, we watched a little bit of it yesterday, but again, made by Stray Kite. It's a fun little, hide and go seek.
El Rohan ese está todo guapo. Lo he jugado ya, está muy bien. Está muy guapo. Estas que me han pillado.
Laughing hysterically, right when we're about to, you know, make it into the incinerator and get our points. It's just so fun. I mean, you could be a toilet. You know, you want to be anything. You want to be a pink flamingo, a bus. Go for it.
Go for it.
Just go for it.
Yeah, we've had some fun games of prop hunt that we played. But again, right now, live in the game, play for free, prop hunt. A little bit different than the competitive settings. Obviously, Arena, it's been talked about, Ninja. This is the most played in qualifier for a tournament ever in the history of gaming. 40 million competitors, down to the top 200. To be exact, 178 because of the double qualified players.
Right.
And that is, you can't even put in like your head just how insane those numbers are.
I think it's just important to show and let everyone know that, man. Just Epic continues to change the game. Making these qualifiers online, it just allowed so many of these kids to be here today because they've been able to play it, you know, from the comfort and safety of their home instead of traveling across the world just to qualify.
Yeah.
So I think this is one of the first times we've seen something like this, a qualifying like this. And dude, I'm just excited to watch these kids dominate the next freaking 4 hours, 6 hours. I'm ready to stay here all night.
Hey, I'm down to
¿Y los españoles, coño? ¿No los ponen o qué?
LAN events, right? You have so much competitive experience. You've been to so many across different games and genres. The one thing that stands out to me, though, it will never feel the exact same as it does as playing at home. So for these guys, what are some tips that you can share or you think that they should kind of take into account as they're playing, maybe on LAN for the first time?
Well, do what I always tell people when they're saying, you know, hey, Ninja, I'm going to a tournament, any advice, right? You know, it's to do exactly what you do at home, all right? If you wear socks and, you know, no shoes at home, that's what you're going to do. If you don't wear any socks at all or you wear sandals, you wear that. If you wear nothing but sweats and PJs when you're gaming and practicing, that's exactly what you should be wearing right now when you're competing, right?
Yep.
Don't try to change anything up. Drink what you normally drink before the games, water, energy drinks, whatever the case may be, or, you know, eat what you're going to eat. Do not change anything up. It's very important to get in that mental state of what you do and how you've been practicing the entire time at home.
I've even heard of something as far as like don't change your sleep schedule absolutely for this. Like literally take it like it normally is. Now, again, we talk about how there's $30 million on the line of the Fortnite World Cup Finals across today and tomorrow, but there's already been $3 million in prize money given away this weekend.
Si hubiese dinero para ir ahí, me cago en la puta.
World Cup Finals. Let's take a look.
Joined by the winners of the Creative World Cup. First of all, congratulations. Now, Scissors, how does it feel now to solidify that title?
It's kind of awesome considering I love creative mode. It's thriving, it's awesome, I love it.
Now, Tyler, did you ever believe that you guys would secure the position here today?
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. You know, we're the week 1 qualifiers. We're the most stacked team. There was no competition. Just when the last map was a death run, I knew we had that in the bag. We got some good players here. I knew Zan would clutch up, and he did just that.
You could tell he lifted the finger. He said, we need 1 coin. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
Here it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger. You realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million.
It's unreal. Like, if you want to practice with death runs, you need to, like, do it slow. Don't go in blindly. Like, try and, like, change everything you do every time you fail.
Suzu, can you see yourself doing even more with creative? I mean, the success of today. Will you continue to go and play creative maps?
I think I would definitely stay consistent with creative because I feel like there's a lot of potential in creative still. And yeah, definitely this is my thing.
But I want to go down the line and see what each of you guys plan on doing with that prize.
I would probably end up like saving most of the money, maybe like some investments.
He's 18 and he just won $336,000. What are you going to do with the prize?
Rent? Rent. Yeah, I think rent. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to save my money.
I am going to be responsible and probably just invest most of it and try and get even more money back.
All right, guys. Congratulations again. Absolutely outstanding job. Thank you guys so much.
Buah, de españoles. Pues está Borben, que es de Face. Espérate un momento. Está también Prisionero. Joder, gente de Tinqueso. Hay unos cuantos españoles. Luego está Mungral, Mitro, Mr. Savage, Benji. Hay un montón de peña. Así conocidos hay un montón. Está Aidan. Mira, aquí está detrás, Mr. Savage. Aidan a la derecha. Bueno, el Kingstar y el Hunter, los dos cabrones ahí. Son unos cabrones.
together as a unit, we pulled in, 300 or 295,000 as a team.
Y así como si nada, ninja de comentarista. Así, toma.
That event was so incredible, and just another thing that kind of came out of nowhere again that Epic changed the game with creative. You know what I mean? It kind of popped up out of nowhere. So many people, there were hundreds of people here.
Ya empiezan ya dentro de nada. Empiezan ya.
And again, I know I've talked to Steve about it too. He can't believe just how far it's gone from his original runs he made to now. It kind of inspired one of the 3 maps yesterday for you. What was your favorite? Was it kind of the prop hunt mode? Was it the run?
Junkyard Juke, bro. Okay. Hands down, Junkyard Juke is the most fun game I've ever played. I mean, if you're gonna go in with a crew of like 32 people, if you can even muster up a crew of 32 people, like I want that to be a playlist where I can just go and play Junkyard Juke, and it just fills in 32 people. It's so much fun, man.
With that, what about? Should we get the whole squad together or not?
I'm down with. Oh, we totally should. We should get a massive content creation squad and just go into that. It'd be the most funny thing in the world. I mean, there's nothing.
Isaac, ¿podrías donarme algo?
It's all fun and games here. Obviously, the theme of this weekend. Things going on outside of the fan festival. There's also the.
Se me ha petado. Ahora.
Everyone here has got tickets, has the commemorative tickets. So many things to look back on and remember these moments for a lot of people here, whether they're players or the individuals and fans who traveled. It's their first time to New York City.
Sí, por eso no está de comentarista. Es más malo que yo que sé.
You see again the crowd continuing to fill on in, just getting some final things set up for the game so we can get it all launched for you. But trust me, we're all eagerly awaiting the start as well. So many organizations.
Claro, tío, ahí abajo la descripción. Le das al título y te pone HTTPS Streamlabs. Eso. Así me compro el pase de batalla. Ya, broma. Compraré, en plan, todo ese dinero irá para, por ejemplo, primero comprarme una capturadora, luego comprarme una cam y así, todo para el canal. Todo lo que me done la peña.
This is going to be intense. I mean, there's nothing more, honestly, nerve-wracking than the initial launch. Off the bus, man. You're flying. Someone's going to die. Someone's going to be eliminated. Who's going to be the first one? Yep. You don't want to be the first one knocked out in the World Cup. I mean, literally, I knocked him like, it was the first game in the Pro-Am, and that was just amazing. He can't live that down. I don't want to be the first person knocking this.
No, for sure. As now we immediately hop on board with my pick to dominate today, Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage, and they're heading right to Hamlet, a place they've called home so many times, and this is contested.
It's already contested.
You're flying on into here, Ninja. The early game's so key, and already Benji Fishy trying to put shots down range with that revolver, but area is contested. You see they're kind of split from each other right now. What are their comms like in this exact moment?
I mean, I think right now they're just going to be trying to hear exactly where these guys are, footsteps.
Joder, ya han muerto los primeros. Mira, está Borben también, ese es español, el fondo que está de rojo. Juega para Face.
You're honestly at a disadvantage if you do land in the same house because you're going to be getting less shields of one another, right? Less chances of getting shotguns and things like that. And I'm just interested to see how they're going to play this out. Are they going to be aggressive? Are they going to back down?
Well, we just saw the first zone has been revealed. It is a northern side zone, so anyone in Happy Hamlet not safe. Polar Peak, Frosty Flights, Paradise Palms, Lucky Landing, all not safe. So we continue to keep an eye on this fight. 98 players remaining right now in this game. Now, we mentioned the increased material farming right now, so you're hitting a couple trees, you're getting 20, 30 materials like it's nothing. Let's shift our focus, though, towards the middle of the map here at Dusty.
Dios.
It looks like Landjock and Punisher go out very,
La peña todo nerviosa.
and the new rogue members.
They're wasting a lot of material right now. You can already see it. You've got only 100 mats left. That's 10 builds. These early game fights are always so detrimental. You have to be very, very, very particular with how many mats you're going to use when you're trying to ramp rush somebody, because if you make it there and they shoot you out and you have no mats, I mean, you're left with literally nothing to protect yourself with.
And look at the advantage that you now have. Tetra hasn't had any shields, but because 2 eliminations come on through, he gets both. That's 50 shield per elim, putting him at max HP, and now he can completely change how he takes this fight. It's not like the normal games where you're still stuck at 100 health and you might second guess what you want to do. You might play a little more passively. No, because of those early elims, they now have Dusty Divot to themselves. They pushed out the Asian duo, pushing towards that top.
Ya han muerto dos dúos.
Men, and now they're sitting pretty. divot all to themselves. They've got metal galore here as well as wood. The one material that really be lacking is going to be stone.
Yeah, definitely going to be lacking stone. They can get a 500 metal, which is going to be their most valuable asset here, landing in Dusty. What I'm just interested to see is, you know, they have no rotation items when you're looking over there, so hopefully they find something that's going to help.
Joder, ya están dando ahí que flipa.
In Dusty, so no ballers. It's going to be very difficult to make it to the late game if you guys don't have some sort of crazy rotation. Shadow bombs.
Mañana. Solo la una. Esos son los nervios,
Players down low who are already just on light HP are in a tough spot, and there it is. Scarlet and his duo Bell get the quick elimination onto Brush. And that's going to push back Brush's duo into Fatal Fields and try to hide for a brief moment. Another rough start right there. So much stone in Fatal Fields. I feel like Fatal Fields is a underrated landing spot.
I think you can get everything at Fatal Fields. You definitely get wood and brick very quickly, and then there's definitely some metal that you can gather around. You know, there's a bunch of cars and things like that. Some tractors there in the sticks. But listen, man, I'm really curious as to why they're not pushing Sizz.
Well, it's kind of a double-edged sword too, because yes, Sizz is by himself, but we've all experienced how easily you can hide in that brush there in the cornfields. And Sizz Lucky, these top players who land Fatal Fields know how to actually navigate the loop in the corn without breaking the corn. So
I need to break the corn every time.
Right, same. I'm not good enough to know, but there's a certain path you can go on, and Sizz Lucky will actually be able to go back and pick up Brush's cards. So this is key.
Think you should go
Reboot
for it?
Vans. Remember, when you get brought back, you only have 100 HP and a common pistol. That will bring a lot of attention over. If you are Scarlet and Bell, are you sprint back over that fight? I think so. Now across the map, though, an engagement going out between KD, Yueng, and their duo up against Vinny and Zexro, and there's the knock right there, Ninja.
Drum shotgun's very powerful. It's definitely underrated. You can get inside somebody's one-by-one right there. I mean, there's another knock with the drum shotgun, just absolutely wreaking havoc. Yueng trying to take this wall. I think his teammate is not going to be able to stay alive, so it's going to be Zex and Yu. He's got the shield advantage. All he has to do is play this patient. I'm going to be pretty sure that these guys don't have that many materials, so just needs to spray it out and hopefully find a chance to take it down. But he's healing up.
Yeah, Zexro has minis as well as big shields, so we'll be able to get back the full shield. And Yueng now in a tough spot. Do I try to go?
Zex definitely can interrupt this now. He took too long to start going for the res, but it looks like he's just going to be going for the reloads, taking his time, and he might be dipping out, maybe trying to. He's definitely staying aggressive, but he's going to get the revive off, and now it's a 2-on-1 again.
Zexro staying confident though, knowing right now still at over 150 HP. The teammate has to be at 30 health. The wall comes through, trying to spray it, and it's not going to happen. And you see Zexro right there, hands right to his head. Some solid damage done, but Yueng dropped down to 59.
Los chinos, Estos cabrones. Cómo pitan el culo a todos.
Very close right there, Ninja, with the drum.
Yo creo que va a ganar un chino.
Checking out the storm right now. A lot of these players, there's a lot. You guys can't see the screen, but there are plenty of people who are outside. They're going to have to start their rotations in. And this is actually where a lot of very talented players with their aim can clean up a lot of kills. This is actually my teammate and I's reverse. Our strategy was to try to get in those spots where you can beam people who are going to be flying throughout the sky using a lot of the slipstreams and just taking advantage of, you know, your incredible accuracy.
Lucky. They did get the reboot in Fatal, so they're both back in play. Look at how slow this lobby is going, folks. 92 players left, and a definite fan favorite here. Nate Hill and Funk of FaZe Clan currently set on up near Lazy Lagoon. And Ninja, this is your landing spot that you went to with your duo reverse. What are maybe some little tips and tricks for players at home who like to land here?
Yeah, all right, so there's, if you go on the boat, on the ship, every single one of the masts is like worth 200 wood. So you definitely want to go for those. You can easily get max wood in arena in probably less than 10 seconds. And also there are some metal anchors in town that you can get for about 300 metal.
¿Entran en pelea?
And the most valuable material that you can get. I mean, I'm just 91 players. I mean, have we talked about Storm Surge? I mean,
we haven't yet. I was going to let that be a bridge when we cross it, but
because 91 people left. I mean, how soon is it going to be?
We're going to have Storm Surge in every game.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be like. This is going to be nuts. If you guys don't know what Storm Surge is, basically the the team that has done the least amount of damage.
Son 6 partidas de dúo,
Yes, and it tells the players on their screen what the damage threshold is. If you're used to playing at home, you probably
Esto hasta las 11 y pico no acaba.
in a normal game, but it is very common in competitive because everyone wants to last until late game, earn those extra points, and wind up getting those placement points to come on through. Watching Letwick and Flexi right now. It's so scrappy, Ninja. It's not your normal game.
Esto es la peña, ¿eh?
Freely grab everything you want. I mean, look at the inventory. A common heavy assault rifle, 2 heavy bullets.
Yeah, I mean, people are not going to be able to loot. They're not going to be able to loot normally. I mean, you have every single spot is definitely going to be contested or have talented
La Scarlet otra vez.
surrounding you. You got to be constantly worried about getting sniped from the side. All it takes is 2 seconds of being caught off guard, and you can get dinked twice.
A estos dos no los conozco.
There goes, 100, 160 health, man.
Pues si estarán ahí será por algo.
89 players left now in the lobby as Twiz and Cover H, the duo, do get cut down. 45 duos remaining. The second zone has just been revealed, and again, Storm Surge will begin after that. I absolutely think it's going to happen. That will be for 70-plus players. So you keep that in mind as this goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is kind of be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush. Already in the next zone, they're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well.
Yep.
I mean, a really great strategy that you're going to see a lot of people going to be using throughout this weekend in solo and in duos.
Ese cuco ahí. Si estoy hablando cada 2x3.
And honestly, just kind of pray that the circle is going to continue to rotate in your favor. I mean, I'm still looking at a lot of these guys' inventories. One guy just gets knocked in front of him.
Muere. Ya está.
Save his team, it's not going to happen. But there's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see inventory.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky.
And Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2 as his teammate did go down. You see Parpy and Volks.
Claro, normal, ¿sabes?
140 HP for both of them. Parpy still playing the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent, and look at the material count for Volks.
Te da junta peña, ¿eh? Hay 2, 4, 6. Hay 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 en pisos. Y luego la montaña otros 2. Y aquí 2 y justo la montañita de arriba tienen otros 2. Madre mía, están rodeados por todos lados. 84 aún y 44 dúos. 6 más, ¿sabes? Aquí, toma. Como si nada. Esto sí que es campear.
You see Clicks and Skeptic. Yeah, the very young duo from NA East, and you just said yourself, I didn't even know you could farm this.
You could get down there.
This is the beauty of
eso.
top players in the world showing off the little things that they know that really no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking here as there's so many.
Aquí no conozco a ninguno de esos 6. Pero luego hay otros 2 ahí al fondo.
They keep farming to have an excess for more if they need to expend a lot of materials quickly. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Height.
Qué señorío, ¿no? Mucha pelea también aquí. Quiero saber si está Borben vivo aún. Bueno, había caído donde Benji y Savage. Así que... Pues Borben es español. Podría coger un poco más de material. Hype este. O va a tope, va a tope.
To protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
Sí, creo que el Baudí no está, creo que el que está es el Isaac. Pero el Baudí lo está viendo en plan, no, lo está viendo él, lo está viendo por aquí. Mira, Kingstar ha matado a Zeller. Se dan. Dios. Muere. Dios. Se ha quedado a 13 de vida. Ya está. Era normal. Entre que están todos nerviosos todos y... Ronaldo. Se llama Ronaldo, está por detrás. Los nervios. Estar en un país que no es el tuyo y estar con que es el monitor, que si todo lo que es del PC y todo eso, que tampoco es tuyo, también hace mucho.
Airwax and Nikov are winners. Well, Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am. Does go down. Airwax double qualified as well. Tough first game for them as they do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game, 38 duos. Again, it's a slow crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this in competitive?
No, I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles were, they didn't really chunk that much and they were
Aquí está, mira, mira, Mr. Savage y Benji Fish. Parece que ha muerto Bormen. A ver si está por ahí. Mira, Mongrel en la montaña. Mongrel y Nitro. Ahí encima en la montaña. Dios, 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 es el Mongrel. Mongrel y Nitro le han puesto fina. Madre mía, se está metiendo ahí con toda la peña. Va topetado el modo espectador. Ojo, está activada la tormenta de rayos de esas. Esa tormenta solo se activa cuando hay mucha gente en una tormenta muy pequeña. Mira, mira, es que mira toda la peña que hay. 71 personas, siendo la tercera tormenta ya. 71 personas. Dios, tío, Dios, Dios. A ver, el modo espectador va súper lagueo. No se ve ni Mitro. Ah, vale, vale, pues está en el modo... Se ha puesto una granada de esas de invisibilidad. Dios, 68 así de golpe. De 71 a 68 han muerto. Mira, ahora 4 han muerto. 5. Al final han muerto a Napi. Estaba ahí al fondo peleándose. Y la palmó al final. Mira toda la gente que hay. Flipante eso, Ahora, el plano general ese. Y ahí pegando. Ahí va Rux. A Ronaldo ese otra vez. Kingstar por el fondo. Mr. Savage y Benji Fish. Kingstar y Hunter contra Mr. Savage y Benji. Dentro de poco van a tener pelea por ahí. Mira, Night Hill también. A ver, a ver. Stompy.
Stinks, man, these players are so talented. It's going to be so hard to spray through their walls and actually deal damage to them. So you need things like grenades, like stinks, right? Little fart bombs is what I like to call them, to force people out of their 1x1s and try to shoot them as they're rotating away and trying to build new 1x1s to dodge the stinks.
Uf, Dios, ha pillado Mungal. Mungal ha pillado. Mungal ha pillado. Al lobby están diciendo los comentaristas. Ha pillado el Mungal.
To, to be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Mitro, 12 damage below, will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Mitro's goal.
Cuarta tormenta.
Players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford to.
Y aún quedan 61 con vida.
Mitro knows that. Now begins the fire. Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have some great rotation. 2 ballers still intact. And here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in, everyone knows that.
Very little ammo though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. And there's the split. Still though, only 80, meaning combined between the two. They really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is
tiene que haber españoles por cojones ahí.
Today in the duos competition, Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall and he wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to go? He's gonna go for the
Dios, la ha dado, la tormenta esa. La ha pegado pero bien. Hasta ahí no le da la tormenta. Dios, sí, le está dando.
ripping him apart. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time it winds up ticking.
Otra vez.
Again, dropping on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big damage right there. Still below. As players are continuing to drop all around, but Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive.
Supone que esa tormenta, si hace daño, ya no te vuelve a dar, pero no sé.
Looking to try to secure the title of Fortnite World Champion. No more dubs. The duo.
Que como no juego en el modo arena no hay tanta, o sea, no hay tanta gente. No sé cómo va.
Got the combat shotgun, one of the greatest shotguns to have late game. Does incredible damage, long range and close range. And all the guys, the circle just rotated now.
Mr. Savage y Benji siguen vivos, Mitro también. Ese rifle, el de infantería morado y el de oro, si tienen buen aim, revientan muchísimo, pero muchísimo. Stompy sigue vivo. Si falla el para ahí.
Your marker, your aim is right on their head. Boom, you're gonna get that headshot. You're gonna get 80 points of damage. And there's now the upgraded versions, the legendary and the epic, have 10 shots instead of 8. So I mean, it just packs a punch, man. It can really catch players off guard.
¿Se mata el mismo?
Going to need when you're playing against these top players who will literally build and protect themselves when they get shot.
Let's Wego, como se llama ese. Ha salido en la feed, como que se había matado el mismo. ¿Quién está por ahí viendo el directo? Que se manifieste. A ver.
We already got people using shockwave grenades, guys. This is a very far rotation for the second movement circle. So this is
Pues parece que no hay ningún español vivo.
get stuck on their launch pads because there's so much frequent building. It's going to be nuts. And who's going to try to take the high ground? Because after this first circle goes, this is where people start to only try to use the high ground.
We know high ground is everything in competitive Fortnite late game. Everyone frantically moving away from the common enemy of everyone, which is that storm circle. Macwood taking zone damage. Daedra as well. King slowly bouncing on through with the shadow bomb and does land. Yes, but taking no storm damage, just playing.
Yeah, fíjate si va petado el modo espectador.
Will just boxed up for a brief moment. As now there's 36 players remaining. Stompy in the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. You can see the elimination feed on the top left to keep track of your favorite players. There's so much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here. You move with the zone, you tunnel your way in, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 20.
Ahora, hay que buscar españoles.
But look who's on the high ground. It's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishing.
That would be your two picks, so
No veo españoles,
I have to owe you a bet there, man. That, all right.
No veo españoles.
Nitro's still alive. I mean, listen, people are dying left and right, being eliminated.
Hacer apuestas. ¿Quién va a ganar la primera partida? Yo creo que... ahora lo que he visto de Benji me ha hecho dudar, ¿eh? Mira, sí, van a ganar. Mr. Savage y Benji van a ganar. Cuidado con Mitro, que está a tope de vida también, ¿eh? Está a media altura. Dios, ha pillado Savage. Savage ha pillado mucho. Lakes. Dios. La ha puesto fina, Tenía un botiquín debajo, puede ser. Vendas, eso le viene de lujo.
Now on the high ground. One of the few, the only duo left. This has a Zayt and Saf win written all over it. Mitro, Mongrel's duo, was all by himself very early on. Still alive in this one. 40R Storm now.
O sigue Mitro, ¿eh? Yo apostaría por Benji o por Mitro. Uno de esos dos va a ganar. Benji ha pillado. Mitro. ¡Ay! ¡Oh, qué buena! ¡Oh! ¡Oh! ¡Dios! 2 para 1. Ganan estos. Son de NRG. NRG y Ghost.
Talk about a monster game number one. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo left with still like 18 players remaining. When they get the high ground like that, they send one player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zate and Sap take game number one. And you know, Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around the Fortnite competitive scene at these major events for a long time. Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no. Zate and Saf take game number one.
Kept their composure. It was absolutely incredible to watch, man. And I seriously, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the World Cup qualifiers online, and it's only fair that they continue to show.
Pues nada, vamos a echar una partidita ahí mientras. No sé cuándo empezará la segunda, pero... Una partida en solitario no está mal. Mientras tengo puesto el directo en el móvil de Fortnite y cuando empiece la segunda partida me meto. Es que así no me quedo en los comentarios ni nada de eso, porque si no es un rollazo. Ahora van a entrevistarlos, que si... Como veis, para las siguientes partidas, no sé qué... ¿Cuál ha sido vuestra táctica? Tal, ya, todo el rollo. Todo el rollo. Pablo, que es mi primera partida del día, así que vamos a ver cómo se nos da esto. ¿Saldrá? A tu casa. Vamos a ver. Ya empezó la segunda partida. Voy a ir a tope y os la pongo. Ya ha empezado la segunda partida. ¿Y la peña? Ah, en comercio tiene que haber alguien. Mira, mira ese ahí, mira ese ahí, mira ese ahí. ¿Los has pillado? Pues sí, compañero, has pillado. Un poco falso. Un poco falso, pero bueno. ¿Usted qué quiere? ¿Uno para uno o qué? Muy falso. Vamos allá.
What he's doing right now, which is branch out, continue to build these little one-by-ones with pyramids, try to confuse your opponents of where you actually are healing up.
Skeptic just 8 builds left. They're trying to stay alive right now. They do have the number advantage. Clips has time to pop one mini, and it looks like they're going to go for it right now. They've made the conscious decision to try to build out, but no. They back up for a moment.
Finally gets a shotgun.
Yep, shotgun picked up. Grenades now as well. They want to go for the second elimination. And
we take the, oh my god, we got some trap talk
in real life? Did he just take the L in real life? Homie, this is land. This dude's going to come over. 40, but the Stinks come on in.
Stinks coming in, 22 health left. Camp
Ahora no voy a jugar ninguna partida. ¡Oh! ¡Mura limitro! Madre mía. Necesitan puntos. Que necesitan puntos.
Wow, incredible. Let's look at that kid. Gold scar, gold combat, heavy shotgun, or I'm sorry, heavy sniper rifle for taking opponents' walls. Look at, they're just
Van. Se van todos cagados.
And there's no shot right there. Skeptic. You saw, hey, putting on a show. I love it. The man does YouTube.
Viene más, le van más. Aidan, tumba uno. Oh, va, madre mía, va 20 de vida, lo han dejado por arriba. Ha tumbado a Cruz, Remata. Ahí se echan unos mini los dos. Ahí está. Lo tienen ahí ya. Está en blanco. Lo tienen un tiro. Y los dos ahí a tope. Ya está muerto. Van a tope. Van a tope.
Aiden's got the full health. That's incredible, man.
You see the stats so far this game. Aiden has done 434 damage, has taken 312, and he's near backup to max health. I know Aiden is a crowd favorite here. Every time the camera goes on, there's a big cheer from this sold-out arena.
For those of you guys who do not know, the Storm Circle is about to update right now. We just saw our second one, forcing everyone out of the north and east side of the map. And also, guess what? Every single llama was found.
Yep.
All 5 llamas have been found, so we have some probably high material players right now.
A lot of rotation.
Oh my god, I can't even... freaking out, man.
You're getting into it.
Looks
right
like
now.
a lot of people.
I love it.
Yeah, we're looking around. They're all gone. There's only one airdrop that's left, which means a lot of players. It's very difficult, man. Going for airdrops is super risky, but it looks like everyone at the World Cup here is taking their chances.
And what's kind of funny with this zone, as you see it on the bottom right side of your map, the slipstreams are there to basically help everyone get from the southeast, east, and south side of the map easily into this zone. So,
Prisionero está en... Mira, en solitario está. De españoles. Prisionero, Diego. Ya está, eso es en solitario.
Very, very soon here. We're about a minute away.
It literally looks like we've been watching action. But there's 84 teams, 84 players left still.
Yep. I guess that's a testament to our observers backstage. Great.
Esto fue de la semana 1. Semana 3. Es que la semana 2 no me sale. Ah, porque la semana 3... O sea, la semana 2 fue en dúo. Semana 5... Nada, ningún español. Semana 7... Ningún español. Dúo, semana 2. Nada, ningún español. Semana 4. Nada. Semana 6.
They can be used to heal you and your teammates around you, as well as if you really want to be a troll. Enemies that you knocked. Here are Mongrel and Mitro in the zone, and you talked about this inventory. I'm going to come out and say
Tiene que estar Borben por aquí.
Someone in this lobby has a better inventory than what Mongrel has right now. And when you come into this, they were already in your top 3. So they're in a position right now, Ninja, where they have a pop-off performance right here. With only 6 games being played after the first 2, they could be your leaders.
Absolutely. I mean, they were only 2 points away from first, and they didn't even win the game. And Mongrel went down early before placement points were even rewarded. So, Sean and Aiden in another fight with Quentin and his squad. Sean trying to take the balls here, and he's out of light ammo.
Out of materials.
And he's out of
Uf.
So he can't even
Le dispara a su compañero, ¿verdad?
spray an AR, and that's not really going to be effective against top players if you're actually trying to take walls.
Well, the player tried to drop a trap down.
Yo, se la ha llevado. Es el de play,
The seasoned veteran trying to cover his back. Players beginning to spray on through. Stink bombs dropping, and there's one of limb. Another shot comes in.
Gets his shield. That's why he went for the
A 2 de vida.
and grabbed the mats. 360.
A 2 de vida. Dios, Aidan. Aidan está pillando a Aidan.
Look at how weak they are. And don't they can get both Sean and Aiden. I think that's exactly what they should. They split up. Now he's trying to take one by one.
No, te la ha cogido.
More than one person.
Bueno, normal.
From Aiden, but this looks like it could spell disaster for the duo. Damage dealt
Ya está.
639. He does go down though the quick
Estás empanado, Aidan.
Now it's up to Sean. Can he clutch it? Only 2 HP. Got some minis. Picked up some ammunition now for his minigun. But looks like Spades is
Dios, es que tienen 3 más.
players who are around him as well. So what's he going to do? Looks like he's going for high ground. Smart play, but he's out of
Sí, es.
Oh, no, he does. He's got wood. He's good. We both freaked out.
Put himself in a nice
Le estaban diciendo no match. No tenía materiales, pero sí que tiene. O le quedan unos cuantos.
That's it. He has to push. He has 52 health, but the zone is right at his back. He's got to go. Don't even worry about Storm Surge. They're 446 above
as well. Has a shot, and he's going to be taken down. I mean, that's just the worst position to be in any competitive game, is being weak, low materials, low health, and being forced to push in.
Every time you watch Aiden and whoever he's playing with, they are always the most aggressive, it appears.
Yes.
If you remember the famous moment, I think for me, arguably one of the most famous moments in Fortnite competitive history was the Nick Merckx and Aiden duo where they made it into the big bonus about a year ago.
Oh my God.
And a crowd popped off. Well, they're always scrappy getting into eliminations. Here, the stat popped up for a second. Aiden and Sean had done 680 damage in the game. The average in the lobby was 80. They were 600 above in this lobby already. Unfortunately, though, when you fight that much, there's a higher chance of you going down. Speaking of potential fights, here's Sizlucky and Brush, who we saw earlier on in the last game at Fatal Fields, struggle to stay alive. Now in another tough spot as they're both low on shields and low on health.
Decent rotation items, 2 shadows on the launch pad. Again, I always want to keep stressing that because you guys have some launch pads. Even one shadow.
Mongrel y Mitro ya están bien posicionados. Dentro de la tormenta, bueno, del punto. 3 kills llevan ya entre los dos. Esta partida. Han hecho un buen top en la partida antes. Lo que pasa es que Mongrel ha muerto muy pronto. Mira, van terceros. Van en el top 5. Con 13 puntos.
And that was the top 5 leading into this game. You see it updated again right there on your screen of where the leaderboard is at the moment.
Esta partida queda menos gente ya.
Staying alive, holding this pyramid edit, and for people at home who might not know, he's not exposed right there, right, Ninja? He's peeking through his build. Correct. You guys are peeking through.
Ha muerto Benji. Ha muerto Benji. Ha muerto Benji.
Amazing feature. Fortnite Battle Royale.
Fortnite Battle Royale, the ultimate Battle Royale experience.
Ultimate Battle Royale experience.
Ahora no, Javi.
In the storm, taking damage.
Estoy aquí comentando la World Cup.
Gonna have to make some plays. And there goes Rody, actually just got knocked. 66 players remain, and this storm is kind of moving a little bit away from Pleasant Park. Once you have a high ground
Están pillando mucho daño, de tormenta. Mueren, mueren. Esos dos mueren.
And a drone ship that people can wind up going on top of, and those are brilliant to use.
Oh, absolutely.
Ya está agua por ahí al fondo.
Guess what? You have ultimate high ground on the map without having to place any mats.
Yep.
It's incredible. You can't get sniped from above, and you can deal as much damage as you want. Also, it's incredibly difficult to shoot players that are up there. 100%. But it's important to know that after the 5th circle closes in, those air vents will stop working. So if you don't have any rotation to get down, glider, redeploy, anything like that, yikes. That's a massive yikes. So you have to pray that someone puts a launch pad down underneath it somehow.
Yep.
And go for it.
Yeah,
just risk it all.
Most of these teams won't mess that up. Now, we talked about our Game 1 winners, the team that took home the Victory Royale, which is, again, 10 placement points, the max you can get for placement in these games. It was Zayt and Saf, and they're currently set on up in this zone for the moment.
Did they just get the zone as well? Are they the yellow team in the mini-map? I mean, they're close enough for sure. I can see. I think, no, actually, no.
Una kill llevan solo.
They got 4 shockwave.
Menos mal que habían ganado ellos, ¿sabes?
And they'll be all right.
Nico Fairwise, los dos jugadores de Solari.
Look how many stacks
Mira, Kingstar y Hunter también están por ahí al fondo. Otros dos jugadores de Solari. Se clasificaron 4 en la misma semana. Airways y Nico como primeros y Solari, o sea, Kingstar y Hunter en como segundos.
We'll let you and Myth handle that one. As again, it seems like some tension there, but we continue to move on in this fight. This is a team of 6 folks. The matches will be going on throughout the day. 62 players left in this one.
Borben, sigue Borben, que es español. Sigue vivo. Lo que pasa es que no he visto a su compañero.
As the frantic rotation begins to move on in, more Storm Surge will soon begin to come into play as well.
Jack, I have a question for you, man.
Yes.
Once these circles start closing in so small, what do you think is the play? To rotate in right away once it's revealed if you're far out, or to wait and be the last team?
For me, it completely comes down to what you have left, what you have in your inventory, where you are at, the leaderboards as well. If I'm in a position where I know I need to make some ground up on the leaderboards, I want to rotate early and try to begin to spray back on the opponents to get some free eliminations.
Vamos a ver. Dios, cómo están pillando todos. Saf y Bruce son los que han ganado. Ah, no, Saf y Zato o algo así. Son los dos que han ganado. Kingstar ha palmado. Kingstar ha pillado. Kingstar iba con Hunter, si no me equivoco. A ver si muere Hunter o no. O ya ha muerto, no sé.
They're either marking double heavy or they're saying, focus this, the zone's closing there. We're going to find out soon enough. It literally looks like he's marking exactly. He's trying to look and see. Yep,
they do have a double heavy Cypher. Ninja called it, the man knows. They see one. And
you guys saw the pyramid. This is exactly what Jack talked about earlier. You need 2 walls, 2 layers protecting you from one of those walls so that double Cypher will not take you down.
But they've got the tools, the key to open all doors, as I put it. And this zone, Ninja,
it just moved over a mountain, man.
It just moved onto the side of the mountain, so high ground will be in play. But at the same time, Ninja, half of the low ground still in play, so it's not as bad a position for the low ground players. Here's a look at Mongrel and Mitro. Remember, Mongrel did go down early on in the last game. He's got to back on up because he's burning through materials very, very quickly. They're far above this Storm Surge, so they're good for the moment, and there's the replenish from his teammate in Mitro.
Flipa 200.000. Estoy chetado. Mira, Airway y Nikov. Aún siguen vivos ellos dos. Luego Mungral y Mitro también. Side y Saf, que son los que han ganado. También siguen vivos. Mira toda la peña en el círculo. Madre mía. Toda la peña en el circulito ese. No, eso no es normal. Eso no es normal.
This is absolutely insane. 51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small. They're just trying to get as many limbs possible as people are rotating in.
Mitro on the bottom right of your screen with that minigun has 631 bullets to spray down with Mongrel in a fight. Gets 1 player weak, but does have to back up.
Didn't get the clutch. Someone else stole the kill from him.
Mitro gets chucked as well.
Still have a launch pad, but again, when you're in a situation like this, low ground, they're
Dios.
With nothing but grenade launcher shots and frag grenades, and they're both going to be eliminated. And Mongrel also, Airwax just went down as well.
Flipas. ¿Cómo? Buah, la que le han metido a los dos.
Do you go for there's a launch pad there and so many materials?
This is game-changing loot right now. They've got the builds to go for it if they want.
They're going to do it.
They're going to make the play.
A gold combat shotgun too, man.
Zayn and Saf uncontested. That's one of those risk versus reward plays that can help set them up for 2 victory royales in a row.
Mongrel and Mitro's loot too, man.
Oh, that was making a statement. And we know that was juicy loot.
They're making a statement saying, listen, we're from NA, we're here to play. Taking out the Evo, they didn't know they took him out, but they're definitely taking their loot.
Yeah, for sure, as they are still above this.
Still great rotation items too. They both each have a launch pad, both have 2 shotgun grenades, and they're gonna go. He didn't get it though, they try to get both at the same time. Gonna be flying, and this is it, another massive rotation gonna be taken to the center of Pleasant Park. They're 167 damage.
Nico se ha matado solo.
Good right now. question is, are they going to keep it?
Mr. Savage ha muerto.
High ground? What's the play?
They didn't get the full launch pad. He might have to use his own. Yes, he does again, and that actually works out. He hits his head on something.
¿Cómo rotan estos dos? Me estoy quedando flipado. Están rotando súper bien. ¿Quién es ese? Vamos a ver. Borben sigue vivo, vamos. Es el único español que hay en la de dudas. Ni su compañero es español. ¡Dios! Vale, creo que ha caído dentro, sí. Lo bueno es que está buena vida, lo que pasa es que el Serpent tiene mejor vida que él. Vinix... no, está Borben solo. De su equipo. Aqua también sigue vivo. Ha cogido el boloncho. Vamos Borben. Ahí está, ha matado uno, Borben. Otro. Madre mía. Stompy también sigue vivo. Sadie Saf la ha palmado, pero...
Make something happen, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do.
Cease has been by himself since the first moment of this game when Elevate went down at 98 players remaining, and he's somehow still alive. There goes Mega. You've got Darox and Item on the low ground. Vorwin getting chopped down as well. Zate with about 100 HP. Uh-oh. Here comes Vinny and Zexro. They're trying to challenge for the high ground.
Keys right now being held in the storm with 5 limbs. He's going to be eliminated from the back.
Ha muerto. Borben ha matado a otro. Borben se la lleva esta partida. Borben se la ve. 4 kills Borben. Se la lleva la partida. Borben se la lleva. No, ha muerto Borben. Da igual, ha hecho un top 3.
The victory royale and 7 eliminations. Look at that. Vinny's hyped and Zexro looks like he was stunned. They forgot his fries on a fast food order. Why am I thinking about food?
Oh my, Jack, it's pretty expected at this point, but God, 2 NA teams have taken game 1 and game 2.
Bueno, chavales, pues ahora volvemos. 5 minutitos. Volver a empezar la siguiente partida. Yo voy a por agua, voy al aseo y eso, y volvemos ya. Os dejo aquí. Oh, ninja. Va a estar hablando ninja y eso. Así no me escucháis a mí. Ahora vuelvo. Como digo, tardará la siguiente partida 5 o 10 minutitos. Es lo que ha tardado de la primera a segunda, así que volverá en nada.
Again, my name Jack Courage Dunlop, joined by Tyler Ninja Blevins for what is the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. $30 million on the line this weekend. Millions will be tuning on in from across the world. There's so many ways to watch, and we're just 1/3 of the way done with today's action, and it's already been fantastic.
I don't even want it to end, man. I could be here all night. These games are incredible.
Yep.
And just listen, if you guys are watching at home, you guys want to be here, right? You guys want to be competing. Take notes.
Yeah.
Watch these players. Watch how they build. Watch the fights that they take, the way they rotate. And we'll see you guys here next year, man.
Well, guess what? Game number 2 ended with style with the North American duo of Vinny and Zexro taking it. They're on the floor with none other than Jordan Fisher.
Thank you so much, Courage. I appreciate that. NA showing up and taking care of business. Games 1 and 2, Vinny and Zexro with a fantastic in, both together, which is an incredible thing, right? Walk me through the just in-game for you guys.
So the comp's kind of hectic because of all the noise, but we're just really good at playing together. Like, we're the longest duo that have played together. So yeah, we just know how to.
Great. Fantastic work, guys. Back to you, Ninja and Courage. JD!
Thank you so much, Jordan. The duo of Vinny and Zexro, you know, they've always been known as being so aggressive.
Yeah.
From all the times we've seen them in these competitive tournaments. While they might be some younger players, they've definitely been around the block here in competitive Fortnite.
Again, you just see them, just like a lot of other talent here, always at the top of the duo qualifiers every single week. Even though they already qualified, they continue to keep playing, and practicing. Guess what? They just took the game number 2. You got to be pumped right now, man. Once you win one of these games, you can't let up, though. Again, and that's why I love that energy. Zex was immediately just, I felt like he was just talking about, what are we going to do next? Hey, man, good job. We won that. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Right? How are we going to change, maybe even do better somehow, get more limbs in game 3?
No, for sure. And they know that. They're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. Folks, we have our standings after game number 2. Where are things playing on out? It is still Zayt and Sap at the top. Dubs and Mega at 18 points in second. Zexro and Vinny with that performance go from 0 points up to 17, Ninja. And that is the beauty of how this plays on out. Anyone can have a pop-off game and come right back. Mongrel and Mitro still in your top 5, as well as Serpent Hype, Darox, Item, Borwin and Tux, Snappy and Red Rush all
Ahí está Barben. Top 9. 7 alineaciones. Mira, King y Wong, que son argentinos, top 18. Aquí Latinoamérica y España, todos unidos. Si no me equivoco, Borben es el único español que hay. Hostia, Mr. Savage y Benji. Están quintos.
From that whole time in between, you win $100,000 as a duo. But if you go from 10th up to 1st, it jumps all the way to 3 million. So
¿Quién se iba a pensar que Fortnite iba a hacer un mundial? ¿Quién? ¿Quién se lo iba a pensar?
We've had a lot of fun up here, Ninja. What an absolute blast. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a round of applause to Ninja for hopping in for some guest casting? What a great job.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Pleasure to be here.
That's going to do it for us for now up here on the caster desk. But I know Zeke is down on the floor with some notes for you all.
Thank you guys so much, man.
Si no, los millones que reparten este fin de semana. Se reparten 40 millones. 40 millones. Y no pierden dinero, ¿eh? No pierden dinero. Imagínate lo que habrán ganado también. Lo que hace el Fortnite. Lo que hace el Fortnite. Es que... flipante, ¿eh?
To give back to you guys than to teach you how to say Fortnite from all around the world. So in just a moment, we're going to take a look at a video, and I can't wait because this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. A lot of work went into making this happen, so I can't wait for us to watch this together. Let's take a look.
Hello Fortnite fam.
포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요.
Привет, Fortnite TV.
Andiamo a tirare Rio.
C'era Fortnite folk.
Jag är fan de Fortnite.
What's up Fortnite fam?
포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요. What's up Fortnite fam? Hey, 저는 Fortnite fan.
What's up Fortnite fam?
Was geht Fortnite Freunde?
关注等着我们。
What's up Fortnite fam?
Yo, what's up Fortnite fam? Are you trying to do the floss?
Sorry, I'm texting. What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up Fortnite fam? What's up
Buah.
Fortnite fam?
Brutal lo que están haciendo.
E aí galera do Fortnite?
What's up Fortnite fam?
G'day Fortnite fam.
Bonjour, comment ça va les fans de Fortnite?
G'day Fortnite fam.
Cheer up Fortnite fam. What up boys?
That was even better than I thought it would be. Just embrace it. We, as a collective, the Fortnite fam, get used to it. We're here to stay. Now, guys, you know, there's a few more things I want to take a look at before we hop back into the next game. One of the things to kind of do if you're here or if you're at home, you've been watching, Ninja actually had a pretty dope hoodie, a World Cup kind of exclusive hoodie. Would you like one of those things? Would you like one of the crazy World Cup shirts that we have? You can totally get your hands on one. Head on over, retailroad.com. Get yourself a nice shirt. We got some hoodies. We've got hats. We've even got the little drone that's the battle bus. It looks amazing. The top balloon is actually the drone. So you've got the bus that's literally flying around. You best believe I'm going to pick one up and mess around with my family. They're not ready for it. But there you go. There's some on your screen. Also, that Drift shirt, by far, my favorite piece of merchandise ever. Those of you that really do know me, you know I love Drift. He's easily my favorite character. But just some cool things. If you're looking to get some World Cup exclusive thing, go ahead and take a look. Now, for those of you who have also been watching kind of all 10-week qualifiers long, you know we love Golden Boy. And there's actually one thing specifically he was kind of telling people as we were going through.
De oro la copa, ¿no?
And that was,
O de
hey,
cobre o algo de
it's
eso.
New York. You're going to be in my hometown. Let's catch up and get a
Pero
slice of pizza.
tiene que valer un pastón.
Now I know you're thinking, wait a minute, Zeke.
A mí si me dan eso yo lo vendo, ¿eh?
Just Golden Boy. Well, he's a Golden Boy and he's selfish and he wanted the pizza all for himself. Get called out. That's right. Now the
Eso,
world knows.
esta es que lo vendo. Eso tiene más valor sentimental que de dinero.
Check this out.
New York City. We've got the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, the Empire State Building, and the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. I couldn't be more excited about the greatest Fortnite players from around the world coming to my hometown to duke it out. But before the action started, I took World Cup qualifying players Aiden and Chinkin out to show them the Big Apple, starting with PC Gaming Cafe, Waypoint.
What's up, boys? Welcome to Waypoint. Good to see you. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. All right, fellas, let's go and grab a drink. Let's go. All right.
Está guapo, una cafetería, pero en plan de videojuegos, ¿no? Mira todos los peces ahí detrás.
Thoughts on it so far? Chinkin, we'll start with you.
Hot, a lot of people.
Yeah. Hot and a lot of people. I'm sorry, but also welcome to New York. That's kind of the way it is out here. Where are you from in Austria?
Austria, like I'm near Salzburg.
And the
De los peces arriba, ¿sabes? ¿Dónde están los pepinos?
people in the train that you were in on the way here.
Probably.
Yeah, so,
There was so many people.
Now I want to talk about the competition at hand because obviously this is going to be the biggest opportunity, I would imagine, of your lives. You're going to be playing in front of a massive crowd. Is there a way as a player that you prepare for that?
I don't think like there's a way to like prepare for it.
Yeah.
But try to like calm down, not get like nervous, not get shaky and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we should be good. Like.
It's still crazy having like a live crowd.
Yeah.
I try not to take tournaments like too seriously. If I play relaxed, I feel better. I remember when everyone's like, this guy looks like he's just chilling on his couch at home, the casters, and it was like, I was just relaxed, you know, and
Yeah.
I feel like I played better.
Okay, so gentlemen, we're going to be heading off to some different sites around the city. We're going to go to Washington Square Park, so let's go and check it out. All right, so now here we are in Washington Square Park, gentlemen. And I love the fact that we've conveniently set this up. I don't know what these pieces would symbolize.
I don't know.
I'm not too sure. Is it like king or queen? While we have this here, let's talk about competition. You guys are potentially going to be facing off against each other. Have you thought about that now?
I don't know. I just don't want to feel the L2 spam like.
Oh, you don't want to feel the L2 spam?
I've watched them play a little bit. Him and Stompy, they're very like, I've seen them play aggro before. It's pretty scary. So if you have chemistry where you can play without even talking, you guys know what you're gonna do. That's like
team like that's going to win. So
what you guys are going to experience this weekend, this is the first Fortnite World Cup. You're going to be playing for millions of dollars potentially. Has that even set with you guys yet?
Even if it's not me, I'm thinking there's going to be millionaires after this tournament. There's going to be millionaires.
Life-changing money.
I try not to be, I'm not like greedy about it or anything. It's really nice to see like people that nobody know about and they could just blow up off of this.
All right, I'm going to dive more into that, but I think it's time to get a slice of pizza. Take you out for a good pizza. We'll get some pizza. To give everyone pizza. Yeah, I'm going to show up with 2 giant boxes of pizza. Say I won't, Follow. Say I won't. And I kept telling people, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza with you. You know, all the players, and they all ignored me, you know? So thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this has been an incredible journey for you all. You're now on the precipice of one of the biggest events in the history of all competitive gaming.
I'm happy that it was a fair chance for everybody, you know, open qualifiers. Yeah. You could have no exposure, but if you're good, you get in the tournament. So yeah, I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm going to enjoy my time here.
Yeah, we just try to like...
Normal que no me pidan autógrafos. Toda la peña jugando. Todos los fans están jugando.
And how they've been supporting you all on this road to this. Do you feel like that adds a little bit to this pressure?
Honestly, it gives just more support for me. I feel more like happy to be here when there's all these people, whether they're rooting for me or other players. Fortnite's grown so much, and I just can't wait to see all like the crowd. And I know it's gonna get bigger and bigger every event. So,
fellas, best of luck at the Fortnite World Cup this weekend. Seriously, nothing but the best for you. But we're in the thick of things here in New York, so I think we got to get some more pizza. You guys down? All right, let's do it.
Vamos, a ver si empieza ya la segunda partida.
Most importantly, it's got the Fortnite World Cup. Now that these two have had their slice, let's see how they handle the competition.
Good guy, Golden Boy. You gotta love him. You can't not. He's just the best, and it's really cool that he got to go out, hang out with Aiden, get some pizza, and, you know, just tour New York. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, guys, there is actually a dynamic duo that we want to talk to. We actually have Jordan Fisher standing by. He's going to be chatting with Nix and PF Zin. These guys qualifying back from the Brazilian region, and they've got some things to say. So, Jordan, let's go over to you.
Thank you, my friend. I've got Nix and PF Zin here. Nix, you have been absolutely dominating in the last few weeks, especially where the solos and the duos are concerned, being the first Brazilian player to qualify for the World Cup. Can you talk to me a little bit about the dynamic that the two of you share as partners?
Nix, você estava dominando nas últimas semanas, principalmente para os qualifiers da World Cup. Você pode falar um pouco sobre a dinâmica de vocês?
Eu e o PFzinho costuma jogar bem agressivo e tentar pegar o máximo de eliminações possível.
PFZ and I, we try to play as aggressively as possible and get as many eliminations as we can.
As you should in the name of Battle Royale, right? Now, PF Zin, you seem to balance out the fiery kind of loose cannon nature of Nix, who is obviously a dominant player, you know, kind of helping him set up for a solid in-game. What's it been like to work with such a young and fiery player like Nix?
PFzinho, você parece que você consegue contrabalançar o estilo bem incendiante do Nix. Então, como é que é isso para você fazer esse lado mais balanceado da dupla?
Basicamente eu tenho uma role de suporte, então eu meio que fico nas backlines e ele vai na frente. Quando a gente tem o high ground, por exemplo, ele tem a função de ficar embaixo matando todo mundo.
Le fondo.
Enquanto ele é o lado mais agressivo.
Basically, I have more of a support role. Whenever we're in high ground, I'm just more in the background supporting him. He has a more aggressive role.
Setting him up.
Yeah.
To fire the loose cannon at the end. It reminds me of the very W key in a West that I play on all the time. That has really, you know, just got me cranking my 90s on a regular basis. You know about that courage, right? Am I right? Back to you.
Whoa, whoa. Jordan, it's back to me. Come on, Courage, he's just found the chicken parmesan. Someone whispered the word and he went running. You hate to see it. Also, big shout out to Nix and PFZen. I actually chatted with Nix very quickly. He walked up and was like, "Hi, I'm Nix." And I'm thinking, this guy knows how to talk. So I talked a bunch of stuff, told him how much I loved him. Turns out he didn't understand any of it. So I had to get a translator and tell him that I love him. But that's how things go. Now, of course, guys, I know what you want. You want more games. We have 4 more on deck. So I think for now, we're going to send it back up to Golden Boy and Monster. They're going to get us into these games. So how's CJ Mike Realm? Play us in.
All right, huge shout out to DJ Mike Brown.
Tu empanada, peña. Tu empanada. Ahí está. Ya no está Ninja. Creo que ha dicho que va a estar con él la partida 3 y 4.
That game 1 was ridiculous. Game 2 did not disappoint as well, Monster.
No, it didn't. I thought for a second there we're going to see back-to-back.
Claro, no están estos dos.
I mean, we honestly did. Everyone that was in the top 10 contestant, even Miz and Deidre, they were performing. We saw them cut it all the way through, and it's that level of consistency that's going to cut the difference in making it all the way through the top 10 and being a World Cup winner.
What I've loved seeing is that standings page, top 10. International through and through. You got the Japanese players popping off, European players popping off, players from New Zealand. Everyone's putting in every little bit they can. But folks, it's now time for game number 3. The players are all loaded up in the battle bus, and we are about to take off. Let's see who's going to get
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Going, Golden Boy, because we are jumping into game 3 as these cameras populate your favorite competitors.
Ahí están todos los jugadores.
It's the duo competition. If you were nervous before, hopefully they kicked the bucket over this little break here, and they're back and they're recuperating.
I know I practically kicked the bucket after Vinny and Zetro won game 2, man. I was feeling it, man. It was nuts. And there they are on your screen. So the drop for the bus here, it's going to be a north to south one going right over that ice biome. It's going to cut pretty much center of the map there. And Vinny and Zextro, I'm very happy that they're performing this well, Monster. This is a duo that had so much success. Even going into the World Cup qualifiers, we all were like, yeah, this is a duo that definitely should make it. This is a duo that, hey, they could even win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then tragedy struck as Zextro had a few problems with you know, arthritis and
Pues bueno, ya van con 100 de material, 160. Bueno, no van mal. Estos son los que han ganado la segunda partida. Uy, 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 uy. Están todos reventados,
Is Scram close by? Is he close enough? And this is a battle going down in Snobby Shores. So off the rip here, we have players getting dropped. That's actually going to be our first elimination. Lucky for us to catch them, but there's shots coming in from the Viking Island right up above, and he just kind of turns a corner, sweeps him up, catches that full elim there. So that's his now. You got a little toe-to-toe action here, Golden Boy.
Tienes una trampa. Pónsela.
Go over to his POV now. Kind of get it's a little wild, man. It's like just getting the bearings all together here. I think for the players as well, that moment where they can just have that conversation. What are they going to do? How are they going to just implement their strategy going into the next game? What is that strategy going to be? Do you mix it up? Do you change your drop spots? These are things that are going to be so important for these players. The time that they can take to just communicate with one another. Now Scram looking to be potentially in a world of hurt here. We heard from Nyx, PFZen earlier on. This is the Brazilian duo. I don't think they know that. Yes, Scram, they're going to be on the hunt for him, so they know that he's around here. They're just trying to sniff him out.
Yeah, and if you were in the players' lounge, you could feel the tension, specifically when we brought up the Brazilian duos, the Brazilian players, these guys qualified, and they qualified with heavy elimination. Nyx especially being one of our only players to like literally qualify as hard as you can in the, for the weekend.
He was at it each and every week. You constantly saw him at the top every single time. It was so impressive, and also qualified for solo, so we'll be seeing Nyx tomorrow. And then you got Scram. He's got 2 eliminations, but he's just hiding this one out. He hears them making all that ruckus, all the noise around him, and Scram just does not want to give up his position. Perhaps he grabbed his teammate's reboot card. He's maybe looking for that play. But Nyx and PFZin, they have to have an idea of where he's going to be located here.
Yeah, he does not want to give up his position here. He's actually just hiding in the basement right now, hoping that these guys just kind of blow by like dust in the wind right here. As Nyx and PFZin, they think it's clear. They think it's all good because they came in and they just wrapped up one of the other players. They actually didn't initiate the battle against Mexi and Scram here. So Scram might just get lucky and be able to kind of sneak on by as he hears this powerhouse duo, this Brazilian duo, kind of loot their way through and make their way to the zone soon.
And loot they definitely will, because they're getting a lot of resources.
Buah. Esta partida sí que está la peña más relajada.
Now we're making our way over to the action. It's happening with 7SSK7. Got Spades and Crims now looking to push on for this fight here, potentially. Got some shots going off. Crims is going to play that overlook position. Getting challenged. Trying to use that
tirito.
from the download, a little bit of that right hand, right? Just see if you can get a peek in there.
Joder.
Just get tagged up, Crims. Guy does back away there, does manage to build out. And Spades is gonna force him out. There you go. So they're just right now playing for that positioning, and I like the fact that they're using these, the natural high grounds, right? Get to the top, hold it down. Don't really focus too much on just trying to get in their face quite yet. Give yourself that moment of opportunity and really get a lay of the land, and then go in for the engagement.
Yeah, absolutely. The best duos will try their best to isolate their opponents, really force them into, very weird situations like this, force the 1v1s, and hopefully get those free shots, and then pursue the push here. So again, look at how now they're split up again. So Spades and Crims are doing a great job here pressuring and isolating their opponents right now. And so far, they're definitely dictating the pace of battle here.
Yeah,
that's what they want to continue to do.
They're suffocating them. Plain and simple, right? Not let them get any kind of movement there. I mean, Jamside and 7SSK7, they're looking, they're having a conversation of what the play is. What is the movement going to be? But Crims and Spades are not going to allow them that opportunity to breathe. That's going to be down there. Crims managing to knock down Jamside.
Muere.
For 7SSK7 around the corner, and that's going to be the elimination registered. Both players are going to be out of there. And a big win there for Crimson Spades.
What a clean push right there. Crimson Spades have so much to prove here, because when they qualified, they were kind of looked down on.
¿Ha dejado la tacticalidad?
Was it not? No, they're here to show it off and show why they're at the World
Como no tenga ninguna de combate de sobra.
We saw them have a great game one, came out top 10, and they're still in the running. They're in about the top 10 right now as well, based off of eliminations. Not necessarily picking up too many placement points. They're heavily dependent on just piping up these players at these points of interest, and looks like Lucky Landers is theirs right now.
And they'll have that, but let's see. It isn't Daedra. They linger about it. I love the fact that you go to this hot spot here, so there is going to be a bunch of free items that you're going to be able to pick up on. Also, you're going to have that circle advantage. It's right there, so you don't got to worry too much. You can continue to focus on looting. High ground has been lost, though. Miz needs to be careful.
A ver cómo lo hacen.
He's going to be right next to him, trying to get these angles.
So what they have to do,
Yo estaría abajo del todo encerrado.
the sound cues right here. Can they find their opponent, catch a nice little low ground peak right here?
No el long round.
It's definitely underrated if you can just kind of peek out, catch a big shot. You're almost guaranteed a headshot, which is a big multiplier.
Yeah, players don't really think about that, right? Like you always see Fortnite players go after the high ground. That's the bread and butter for a lot of players that play this game. But you know better than most that the low ground can pay dividends for you if you know how to take advantage of that positioning, and maybe some overzealous players to try and get aggressive on you. You got Gustavo, Wishy.
I'm actually very interested to see if Gustavo's going to lead this push here, because specifically between these two players right here, this duo, this Brazilian duo,
Se rajan en serio.
lead the pushes. It's Wishy. Wishy's the aggressive one here, so he has the ultimate high. He's always looking for the shot.
Lo ha visto,
What are they going to do? It's just a nice standoff.
Yeah, and that's this whole event, right? Players have just been
¿Estás ahí?
very cautious about what they want to do. They are not trying to get too aggressive in these fights. They know
Ah, es el
what's on the line
compañero.
here. Millions in prizing is on the line. You do not want to make a bad decision. Be one of those teams that are eliminated out early on. But Gustavo's going to be putting shots down.
Ya está. Ahí muere, ahí muere. Gustavo, que es este, estaba ya.
Isn't going to happen for him either. And Miz, he's feeling it. That's going to be 2 elims for this duo.
You gotta love the snarky little smirk right there on his face when you get those 2 points. Feels so good.
It's really good. It feels really good. And then Volks and Parpy. And look at this. Parpy actually dealing with this battle. And this other player that actually got the high ground against him was focus firing on Volks.
Mira, Zaid, el ganador de la primera partida, ha matado a Hunter, el de Airways. El compañero de Solari, que son de Kistar, caña. Que son Solari, o sea, de Solari son Kistar, Airways, Hunter y... ¿Y cuál más? ¿Cuál era?
Also, in the distance, I just want to make note.
Wow, ¿cómo era?
A very aggro controller player. He's another one. I think that we've seen a fun mixture of players that look to get that safe approach.
Kingstar, Hunter, Airways y...
Maybe they're playing that early game strategy rather than like focusing so hard. Like if you get late game, that's great. But you do want to rack up a few eliminations. Look how low the points are that have been thus far in games 1 and 2. Get yourself a few elims and then maybe manage to make it to that top 15, which is very hard given how many players have stayed alive in this game. Games 1 and 2, we were at what, like...
Mira, Mungral y Mitro en la montaña, abajo de la montaña.
45, 46 players here just waiting for movement.
Yeah, and that's where that storm surge kicks in, right? Does damage to players. That's feeling back. But Crew and Chapels, one of my picks to watch, have sort of been struggling in the format so far. I guess when the real pressure's on, you know, the environment.
Tiene muchos materiales.
That's right. Everything changes here, and Crew does manage to get that shot off, or attempted to, with that tactical shotgun. It was not going to get the connection necessary there, but it did put the fear in the player to have to back away. Both players, well, respecting the space from one another. The stinkers come out. Crew and Chapix having to get out of there, and they're going to use those, I believe, the shockwave nades to just fly on out of there. Didn't see the purple over their bodies there, but they were able to fly on out of that fight. Could have gotten real risky for them.
I was going to say, that was a respectful disengage. You only got 6 games here, 2 of which have happened.
That's
they
right.
need big performances. They have to push towards placement and end game. So good on them to kind of back up. And when you have stinkers, there's no defense against them. You get chunked down right through your builds. It really is annoying to go against. And speaking about the stinkers here, Epic Whale's under pressure right now, and that's just going to chunk him down. They force him off of the campfire, and we'll see if he returns to it. Yep, here you go.
Yeah, you're only going to get so much time with that campfire.
Nikov, caña, ahora salió con Airways.
40R storm. This is a weak.
Mira, Zaid y Saf están abajo en su cagón.
This moment you could possibly have it happen, and they managed to pull it off. Maybe this could be the game for them. Another
Tiene el long round, pero bueno.
in the scene. Airwalks and Nikov. Airwalks winning the Pro-Am yesterday 2 times now. This is a whole new ball game. Best players
The low round. Airways, and Nikov.
cakewalk, and he knows that it hasn't been the best run thus far for Airwalks and Nikov.
Se clasificaron en 7 partidas y ganaron 3.
For the Fortnite World Cup in their final 7 games. That's intense. They were struggling so close on the cusp every single weekend, so close to qualifying. If it was 5 placements, they were 6 or so like that. It was that close for them. But jumping in here, Crew is going to put some pressure down, and it looks like his teammate has been traded out as well. He's already gone.
Also going to see some eliminations over in the feed as well. You got Crew who just cleaned up on Volks, but Septic took out X-Mend. And then I think I saw XXM pop up there on the receiving end of a shot there, so we'll be out of the action as well. Crew by himself has one elimination. Going to be looking to get as many points as possible. Now we're going to be sitting with 40 duos left alive. We're going into the next circle here in just a little bit. It's going to start to collapse. Salty Springs is going to be the point of interest for all of our players here. Got a lot of bodies that are going to be lingering outside. Some that are even as far out as Dusty Divot, like on the northern end of it, sticking around there. So maybe trying to get some last minute loot perhaps. We'll have to see.
Here is Parpy looking for that peak. Volks and Parpy always tend to stay together, but wait a second, that was a tricky little shockwave right there. He did try to sneak his way into the build. He takes the wall. What are you gonna do with it? Crew's still looking for the replacement here. He gets it on land, takes the wall. 184! Crew's excitement, you can feel it from here. That was a huge shot.
Agüita,
New tactical shot in the legendary.
Estoy flipando con todos los chiquillos y todo. Ahí van por ahí al fondo. Un gran Dimitri ahí cogiendo el high. Ah, no, de momento lo tiene ahí en el high, Nikov y Airways. Nah, y 1, 2, 3, 4 en la misma zona de una casa. 5 creo que habían.
I mentioned Wolfie's aggro controller player. He went right for Nyx and just take him out on that one.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Wolfie hopefully catch some more highlights before the weekend's over. Touch base with him. He's a great kid, definitely enthusiastic about being here at the World Cup, and he feels totally prepared. He's ready to represent. He's one of the few controller players to actually qualify for this weekend. This is a big weekend for a lot of players, obviously, clearly.
Ya Nikov ahí con la minigun.
They've been a little quiet. They won WSOE, a great duo that has had success in the past, but this has just not been their game so far. Got to get something to turn it around. The talent is certainly there. I think I saw someone on the Fortnite competitive Reddit mention, why is no one talking about Cease and Elevate? And I think it's just important to note that in order for us to talk about it, they got to start doing some things. And I think games 1 and 2 has not been their game.
Yeah, and I mean, we were there in the warm-up.
Ahí Dan está solo, Dios. La que le ha metido. La que le ha metido. No se la creía ni él. Ha puesto una cara de... Dios, la que le metía.
Notable names, obviously, Mega and Dubs. Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage. A lot of people in the crowd popped for Benji Fishy when he walked out, as well as Mr. Savage. For due reason, this is a stupendous duo. The double snipe combination from Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage.
Big shot right there. These double snipes, you gotta be careful. There's no standing still in a box here because you might eat one right there. They line up another.
Right.
Not quite successful that time around, but hey, all damage matters. Storm Surge, you want to be dealing damage. You cannot stay idle. There are no free passes at the World Cup.
Look what happened in game 1, man. The Storm Surge claimed a lot of victims. You have to be
Dios.
in fights. You cannot stay
Lo han tumbado, lo han tumbado.
There's Fwexy and Letwick on the move. Nyrox right behind him. Cooler organization. Benji Fishy's going to be down. Just saw that one off on the side. Mr. Savage now having to deal with a player that had engaged on him. Going to get built above. He just needs to wait this one out here, but Benji does get cleaned up.
Yeah,
Ya está, Benji muerto.
that was such a sneaky ambush right there. He used the shadow bomb, pushed up. Notice Benji was kind of over-peeking, harassing players with that sniper. You cannot hold down scope right there. He ate a shotgun to the face, and that's why Benji goes down. And I love what Savage did here. He just went for high ground. He had to immediately get out of there and leave his...
Ahí van a matar a Punisher.
What can Mr. Savage do? One of the best mechanical players here today. What can he do by himself?
It's not going to be easy. Not with a lobby like this. At this point in time, he's really just looking to play the keep away game. Maybe he can pick off a player with that heavy sniper, get an elimination for himself. They only have 1 point right now, and they're nowhere near getting the placement points currently. But he's still looking to harass some players. Put some pressure on them. Now you see that happen, half out circle. Only 2 duos are going to be inside of there. So everyone's going to have to start to move over to that east side. It's going to be a struggle for so many players.
Madre mía, toda la peña. Mira toda la peña en el círculo.
These players from getting inside.
This is a team we want to watch right now during this rotation. Mongrel and Nitro.
Madre mía, el minimapa.
Executing, especially when they have mobility like this to cut across the field. They are on the hunt right now, and there's no reason for them to rush. Once they spot out someone, they're gonna pounce. They're gonna jump on that target.
Yeah, they're gonna wait for you to make that mistake. And with the nerves at an all-time high here, players are certainly gonna make that error in judgment. Saw it happen in scrims when we were looking at players just getting warmed up. So much at stake here, but there's the launch pad. It's going to go out now. Need to be wary of getting beamed in the sky. So many times you think that you're just going to be sailing away with no problem.
Mira toda la peña en el minimapa.
All of your HP, and then that's it. You're done.
I've seen it countless number of times. People tweet out, you know, you fly across, you get taken out the sky, but it's all about timing. Neither Nitro nor Mongrel were shot once on that rotation, and it was masterfully done right there. And whoa, it looks like they're tracking so beautifully. Catches someone trying to just kind of rotate on by in a shadow bomb, but that was not enough.
You are not safe from the shadows there, buddy. Another thing, too, was that when they were out of position for a brief moment, the way that they were able to just get back together, right? That patience with one another, the communication. You need
Fight this up, siguen vivos. Nikov también. Parece que está solo Nikov.
They're going to have that high ground up above. They shouldn't be comfortable just yet, because anything can happen here. Look at where that next circle is going to be going. Moves need to be made.
With that RPG, I mean, they can basically take high ground at any given moment that they want nor choose.
Oh, ha muerto un gran limitro.
Already on 4 eliminations for Macwood. Macwood did say he's the fragger of the duo. We'll see if Calculator can keep up right now. I am just poking good fun because Calculator loves to talk a big game on the social medias.
He really does, man. He's a character without a doubt. But right now, there's no fun and games to be had. This is Game 3 of the Fortnite World Cup Finals. It's time to put up or shut up for a lot of these players.
Look at that, wasting no extra mats. They do not waste more than they have to.
This was earlier on.
El chiquillo este se está hinchando.
Mongrel and Mitro. There you have it. Out of the game once again. That duo, European powerhouse. Gonna pay there to Dubs and Mega.
So far, so good. Macwood, again, just holding this positioning right here. He is going to get blocked out with his teammate accidentally, but it's all good. This is still his ground to control right now. They have clear control of the skies here.
And they have a ton of builds to work with as well, Monster. 4 eliminations for Macwood. A great game for him thus far. That's 4 points for this duo, but he's going to be taking some shots. Has to be careful there. There you can see the lay of the land, Monster.
Yes, the placement thresholds will be divvied out soon. There goes the Storm Surge already ringing down on players. Jay has to make a big move. Doesn't matter. Zate is going to wrap up.
Ya entonces ahí a cogerse a la altura.
Goes down as well, and the shots are flying. And you can just look at the overhead, the chaos that's going on in the mid-ground specifically.
And look who's still in this, Saf. They're going to be in first place. If they keep this going, another dominant game for them, another high-placing game could be the difference maker to keep them in that first place position. Up on the high ground, Calculator and Macwood putting down shots yet again, not giving players any moment to be comfortable whatsoever. Look at the names that are here, though. The Rockets now starting to fly by Wolfies. Wolfies having to defend himself. Zate's going to be out of this one, so now it's going to be up to Saf. And Saf, he had to see his teammate go down, but his back's going to be to the Storm there. Now looking at Mega, who's waiting this one out. He knows on the right side of your screen, you can see it down low, that these players, they're going to try and force their way into his box, so he has to play defense. He has to disengage.
Madre mía, ganan el Macwood y Calculator.
It's Macwood and Calculator. This whole time, they picked up 3 eliminations from that whole exchange, Monster.
That's exactly where you want to be. They're still putting this pressure down. And Zaf is looking for one, but it's Vinny who's going to take him out right there. So Vinny's going to find his first elimination, and he has so much health. He has
7 balas de sniper. Dioslo, os los 3. 10 kills esta partida entre los dos.
One of the few duos that
that are still left in this game right here. Arkham somehow, with the massive rotation, he's stuck in as well. Bad Snipers at 11 eliminations with Outflow here.
Wow, unreal stuff. Bad Sniper is going to be out of this one. Macwood and Calculator still owning the high ground. On the mid, down below, Dubs and Mega, one of the premier duos here at the
8 de sniper ya.
Could they get the high ground and wrestle the control away from Calculator and
Pero lo ha palmado.
Oslo waiting for Vinny. You can see that engagement down low, but we got to focus on what's going on above here because Macwood and Calculator, they have their eyes on Dubs and Mega, and they do not want to give them that freedom to dictate where they want to go. They want to try and pinch them. Arkram just eliminated Vinny on that, and it's going to be Oslo and Arkram down low, but you're going to have a clash, a 2v2 in the high and in the mid ground, and Dubs and Mega feeling that pressure, needing to just dial back here, wait a minute, because I think what they're doing is they're just trying to see if they're going to run out of builds potentially. I mean, the play here certainly has just been defense, defense, defense.
Yes, that's right. Oslo's now left by himself. All he has to do is time this fight, so long as he doesn't bother them. But Dubs and Mega try to go for the high ground and make a fatal error. They fall to the low here, Golden Boy.
This isn't looking good there. Mega and Dubs, they have the low ground, the ultimate low ground. Oslo's going to be outside, but they get the elimination. Calculator and Macwood, they're holding the high ground, and that's the victory royale.
Agüita. Ha ganado Macwood y Calculator. 7 y 4 creo.
19 points for that duo. Crushed it.
There was just something about the loadout. Seeing that RPG once they already were holding the best point, the high ground. You just knew.
Y el audio ahora.
What was it? 7 eliminations? Hey, shout out to Calculator too. He got a couple at the end.
Yeah, he had his back. Most importantly, Dubs and Mega constantly playing that defense. Credit to Macwood and Calculator for the way that they continue to apply the pressure. And then it was the shock, sending them down low, forcing them into that engagement. Credit to Oslo now, who took traps instantly to see maybe he can get a cheeky trap elimination. Didn't work out for him there, but a top 3 placing for him. Certainly got to be happy with that one. And then it came down to the final moment when Calculator and Macwood together were able to push his player with their combat shotties. Boom, that's the game. And look how happy they were there.
So good. Gotta love the reactions right there.
Whew. What a game that was. Had a little bit
Agüita, gorditas.
but that's what Fortnite, dude. You're just talking, you're having a
Pues nada.
conversation about where the
GG.
positioning is going to be, and then out of nowhere, boom, you're in the action, you're in the fight, and things start to get wild. Great game there for Macwood and Calculator. Calculator winning.
Agüita el plano, ¿sabes? Keystar, Hunter, Mr. Savage, Benji. Luego están los 4 de la derecha y luego está Mungral y Nitro. Lo que pasa es que no se ve en este plano. 100 primeros. 22 puntos los que acaban de ganar, con 12 eliminaciones en total. Mungral y Nitro, bueno, ya van a octavos, van bien ya. Entonces Sniper y Oslo, 13 puntos. Que son las 13 eliminaciones que han hecho ahora. O sea, han hecho 13 esta partida. 16 Safi y Zayat en total. Luego Mr. Savage y 8 eliminaciones, 13 puntos llevan. Benji y Mr. Savage. Borman han bajado, es normal. Podrían poner todo el top.
Because once you get into like game 5, a lot of players are going to be down low. Like there's an opportunity for you to try and get your way into that top 20, which is where you're really going to start to get a lot in the prizing. But for the folks that are going to be sitting in top 10 right now, they're going to be feeling very nice about their current standings. For game 3 to be in second place, Dubs and Mega, and then Saf and Zay still performing so well.
And that's the crazy part. Dubs and Mega, everyone has been rooting for them. They're like that wild card that came out of nowhere, and they really swept the competitive community hard lately.
That's right. So I did get word. We have Jordan standing by with our winners from Game 3. Jordan, take it away.
NA really showing up and showing off today. It's amazing, seemingly tapping in that nail on the coffin. Such a please pardon the pun, I have to say, calculated game here from Calculator and Macwood. Guys, well matted, well utilized. You dominated high ground, seemingly all of that in-game there. Walk me through that process of getting that high ground, attaining, and then dominating for the rest of the game.
Well, we were able to pick up 2 lucky eliminations on that outer circle of 4th zone, I think it is, and we were able to use our mats to build up. We were lucky enough to get half and half, and we were able to just beam people out of the air, hold high, and got lucky with a couple zones.
Amazing. Well, I mean, again, you had 3 games left to go.
¿Quién está por ahí viendo el directo?
You guys going to maintain what you've been working on thus far?
I didn't hear the question.
Strategy, maintaining thus far. You guys have a very
Buenas, Irán.
calculated, very patient game, seemingly.
No estoy jugando,
At the end of the end game. Right. Walk me through your
No, estoy viendo el mundial. Estoy aquí comentando y eso.
Shoot them in the head. You heard it here first. Back to you, GV and Monster.
Bueno, Mongrel y eso van octavos y luego va ganando 2 chavales que no conocían, pero, o sea, no los conocía, pero son buenos. Se llaman Zaf y Fire o algo de eso. Pero son buenos los cabrones. Llevan 38 puntos en 3 partidas.
He looked so great, and you would expect the young Calculator to be the one that leads the charge on slaying, but Macwood, man, holding it down. And let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I mean, you know, Macwood not that much older, right? But I think it's just important to note that you have to have teammates at any point in time to just pop off. Like, you need that. It's so necessary. You got to trust in your teammate. That's what makes a lot of these duos so successful.
Yes, I mean, we've seen it from the start of every round. Some teams are just more aggressive than others, and they know how to stick together.
A lot of great moments in that game, and good news for us is that we got Sundown standing by to break it all down. Sundown, over to you.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy and Monster. Now, we talked about Safe and Zat. We just got to talk with Macwood and Calculator, but Dubs and Mega had an incredible game from the early into the mid that they transitioned into a top 2 performance. So let's dive right on in and see what allowed to make them into the top 3. First, notice their elims in the bottom corner, but the rifle fire together. The second they see the shield is down, able to pick up 1. Mega is the one who is leading the charge here. He picks up all 4 of their first elims. You can see Waller plays down, and the trap is so intelligent. Double ticks going through, places the ramp so it's phased. Knowing the yellow is there, pushes in 2 more elims, chug splashes. Dubs stays up with just barely enough HP, and you can see he's trying to trap the floor every single time. Gets the mid-ground control. 5th elim for Mega. We talked about how high their ceiling was, unfortunately using the shockwave to go down and end up at a low ground disadvantage. Calculator and Macwood able to ride it out, but now Mega and Dubs have pushed into that top 3, challenging to beat the
Bueno, chavales, ahora volvemos otra vez. Vengo ya.
The question is, in the last half, the last 3 games, will they be able to keep it up? Will NA stay on top? Will Serpent and Hype represent Oceania and upset the apple cart? I'm about ready to see some hype myself. Let's throw it back inside for the last 3 games. Gentlemen, take it away.
Well, if you want hype, got you covered, baby, because these games have been incredible. And if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. We're in the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Game 3 just concluded. We had 3 different winners across 3 different games. This is our duos competition. These players are playing for a lot of money in prizing. So much on the line here. Lives will change forever after today for those players that are on the stage and some of the folks you're seeing on your screen right now in, well, I would say in different situations than they would find themselves in. You got Vinny and Zexro, they're right there. Zayt and Saf, 3 games in, still holding on to first place. It has been wild stuff. Welcome, I'm Golden Boy alongside with Monster D-Face here, and it's been a great day. Really, there's nothing more that you could possibly say about it. And as I had mentioned before, the prizing, the money that these guys are battling it out for, this is it. First place will take home $3 million. Second place gets $2.2 million. Like, that's just absurd. You get in the, where is this here?
4 millionaires, 4 millionaire duos before the weekend is over, not to mention all the fame and clout that comes with it. So I think you'll be pretty well off at that point, but everyone's a winner here. We're here to celebrate all of the competitors that made it this far to the Fortnite World Cup final stage, because those 10 weekends of qualifications were not easy.
Yeah, when you get into 10th place, that's where you really start to rack up the coin. But Game 4 now about to begin. Here we go, folks. Let's see who's going to come out on top. We've had 3 different winners, but our top performers have been consistent through and through. Are we going to see a repeat winner? Are we going to get a new one to add to the list? It's now time. The battle bus is loaded up. Let's start Game 4.
And you know what? Every game so far, we've seen a new winner. I love that. Same thing with the Pro-Am. There was always some new duo showing that, hey, we've been playing this game. We're ready to take a victory. Everyone here has the potential to come out on top, and you see it unfold in those final moments.
Throughout the weekend, we've been doing interviews, meeting with fans, and talking to people, and a lot of folks have asked, who do you think is going to win? And I know it sounds like a cop-out answer, but I'm very real with you all. I have no freaking idea because it truly is up. It's up in the air. This is a battle royale game. At any point in time, you can have Macwood and Calculator just having the game of their lives in Game 3, and now look, boom, they're going to be sitting in the top 10. I mean, how do you even predict that?
We nearly saw it with Zay and Saf. I think anyone with good logic can clearly put their money on people that have had prior experience, but even that is not enough because Macwood and Calculator showing that, hey, you know what? We don't even need that. We're here to slay.
Dubs and Mega, they're in second place. They made their names in these qualifiers that led us up to this point. They did not find themselves in land. This is the first time these young men are up there playing on this stage. When I was their age, I couldn't even believe that I would be capable of doing something like that. And they're doing it, and they're doing it with style. And then to make matters worse for everyone else in the server, they've been so consistent, deadly through and through.
Yeah, that's right. And they're in second place, no victory royale. So just showing that if you step to their box, you're gonna get hurt. We saw Mega with a masterful, and I mean beautiful performance under Storm Surge pressure. He didn't even blink an eye, still fighting other players, fighting his way out of that desperate situation. Volks and Parpy, let's just hop into this duo right here. We'll talk about him a little bit. They are known for sticking to the hip in PvP. Earlier today, we saw Volks get traded out, but it wasn't just like an easy trade. They were actually winning the engagement up until that point, just showing that they have the skill. And that's the OCE region, right? One of the most feared regions here at the qualifiers because of the fact that you just had to get a ton of elims. You had to be #1 in the region.
When talking to players, I would ask them, what are you looking to avoid? And every time, if it was, you know, the NAU players, they would say, I'm just trying to avoid OCE or Brazil. I don't want to have to deal with that. Because they play the hyper aggro style, and they just don't care who you are. They're going to go for the fight.
I mean, you saw Scarlet and Bell in that first game. I truly thought they were going to take the whole thing. It was so close.
Even Sinnoh on the Pro-Am yesterday, another top player
finished second.
Region, finished second. And he was just, I know it's a Pro-Am, obviously a different competition there, but he was just going into boxes. He didn't care. Not a care in the world for them. Now, Volks and Parpy do find a player above here, right by the jet stream.
And he hit him once for whites already, so that means there is no shield on that player. You can have up to 100 effective shield. That player's dangerously weak, and folks just keeping an eye on him. He doesn't know if he slipped out already, and he says, you know what, I'm going to go back to my teammate. It's a little too risky getting split up here.
Yeah, play for the mid to late game in this situation now, but 7SSK is going to be dealing once again with Spades and Crimson. Seems like just a constant for them. They cannot seem to win out on this fight. Crimson's going to be down though, so the advantage could be going in the favor of Jamside and 7SSK. Spades going to have the high ground, now having to deal with a 1v2. Does he have what it takes to pull this one off? He doesn't own that wall. He has no more builds to work with as well. They're going to push out, and Spades couldn't deal with it, and that's going to be the win there for those two.
You would think for Jamside and SSK, like, hey, you know, we've been landing here, haven't been successful. Do you mix it up? They say, nah, I'm going to stick to my guns here because everyone's a winner regardless.
The VP boys coming out on top. Week 6 qualifiers for them. And they just need that game, that one game. So many of these players get that one game that catapults them into the top 10. And then the momentum shifts. The confidence starts to rise up. You think to yourself, I am capable of being able to do this.
Mongrel looking for it right here. Love this dual perspective right now. Mongrel's actually looking for a side angle. He's going for the offense, pushing out. Easy tracking this player down. It's really hard to...
Ya hemos vuelto, gente, ya hemos vuelto.
Really just going deeper.
Buenas, Pitu, seguro que eres Pitu. Ya estamos aquí de vuelta. Mitro Mongrel, una kill cada uno.
Dive off, and those markers are actually the trackers. They say, hey, you're going this way. Mongrel still wants a piece of this.
Keeping up with where players are moving in the crowded, neo-tilted. Some players made tilted towers their home. This was
Puedo quitarme la camiseta, pero tengo un calor. No sé dónde vivís, pero aquí... Ojo pelea, ojo pelea. Keystar y Hunter contra Cover y Twitch. 0 kills Twitch y 0 kills Cover y no sé cuántas kills tendrán. ¿Van a huir? A ver, vamos a ver lo que hacen. Soy yo y empezaría a huir. Yo creo que harán eso. Lo que pasa es que como tengan buen aim, te deletean en un momentín. Cover ya tiene que a la altura encima suya. Twitch me está mirando por ahí, a ver. Uy, madre mía. Se ha librado.
Duo from New Zealand. We had a chance to talk to them for that piece, and great to see that friendship, the communication that they'll have with one another. Something that a lot of these duos that came together for the Fortnite World Cup duos portion of the finals don't really have. They don't have that cohesion, that chemistry that these two will have, right? That Saf and Zayt would have as well.
Tienen mucho más materiales Keystar y Hunter que Cover y Twitch.
Keystar and Hunter looking to defend themselves right now, and it's just a cat game right here, cat and mouse game. What are they going to do? They actually shockwave on out of there, and into the slip they go. They're out. They're trying to get away. That was a shadow bomb right there, and he's gone.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that duo that was coming in, but the storm is creeping up now. This is only phase 1. Nyx gets knocked by Zexro.
Keystar se va. Y su compañero no sé dónde está.
It looks like actually they saw Mend right there building by himself in a one poor wooden shack, and they're pushing the shack now. So Twiz is going to hear these shots off in the distance, but looks like we're hopping over to the
ganador de la partida. Uy, que pillan.
Going against Daedra and Miz. This is a top 10 contenders right here.
The game 3 winners now having to deal with Daedra and Miz. Shots as well, snipe shot. You just heard that one squeak by Daedra. Need to be careful.
El tiro ese por donde le ha pasado.
And they're just really pushing them away from here because you got to get to that.
Madre mía. Esos cubos, madre mía, ni... ¿Cómo se nota que son los mejores? ¿Sean conocidos o no?
The game is going to be so slow in the start because as you get closer and closer to the end, game 4, critical game, Monster. So many points you can earn from this. Flying into the top 10 potentially if we have a new winner that was outside of it. This is where players start to, I guess it really sets in on them that they're going to be playing for $3 million in prizing.
Yeah, if it hasn't already, I don't know what world they're living in, but here is Twiz goes shockwave overhead, and it's D-Rox who eats a chunky one right there. Cover H looking at shot.
Está yendo a tope,
In comes the stickers. Is it going to be enough though? The pressure is so real right here.
¡Qué tiraco! Vamos a ver, está sin materiales. Está sin materiales. Dios.
That's number 1 for this duo. The challenge
Y lo elimina.
and that's the win there. 2 elims total. Twiz gets them both.
Tried to get out there and play.
Le van a tirar la construcción. Les tira la Hamside y... ¡Oh! ¡Oh! Cobra muerto. Cobra muerto. Y han muerto los dos.
They found their stride coming into game 4 so far, and that means they're in the running right now. 4 elims is enough.
Calculator se ha curado un poco. Eso es bueno.
You can make it to that top 20 bracket. You're still in the running so far because there are several more games left before this thing is over here. This Calculator finds himself very high in the sky right here. He's got a nice little base. They're just waiting.
Yeah, waiting it out. Norwood's going to be beneath them. Those are the players that were forcing him out before. Oh, no. Starting to hear the explosions, knocking him out.
Wow, he actually sent a shot when the Splode came in and hit Cease with that? What? How was Cease knocked right there?
Just, again, when it comes to Fortnite, you never know what you're really going to expect here. Players will always pull something out of the hat and surprise you each and every time. I was looking over at Macwood, who's playing defense. Calculator now really having to deal with 2 players angling shots at him. Macwood back into a fighting position, a fighting posture to help his buddy out.
Yeah, and it's so unfortunate because they were just about to push to seal the deal on Elevate there, and that third party up on the mountain ruined that push.
Slows things down. Elevated Seas having to deal with the Stinkers that will be moving out of the fight now.
I love it right there. He uses the Stinkers to back him off, and since he doesn't take friendly damage from it, he pushes right
Están
into
haciendo las ratas,
here. He's so
¡Oh!
He's on the
La trampa. Sácame la trampa.
gets owned right there.
Not what you wanted to see happen after winning game number 3, but Elevate and Seas, we mentioned them before. They just need that moment to pop off so everyone here in New York can see what they're capable of. Such a great duo, but now having to deal with another fight. But
Menos mal.
what a shot there on Calculator, sending him packing.
Calculator did a great job, though. He did win it straight off against Cease. Ronaldo and Zip are just near.
Lo va a curar el Levita Seife.
The commotion, they're getting closer.
Y cuidado con Ronaldo y Chief, que a ver.
You know what? Getting closer, trying to see what he can do here. And Zip's gonna fall down here because of the shockwave.
Yeah, Norwood was the one down low, hearing all of the action happening. Zip and Ronaldo now in front of us.
Oh, la ha ganado. La ha ganado la pared. Se ha pirado. Es lo normal. Yo habría hecho lo mismo. Cuanto veo que me ganan la pared y no sé quién es, a tomar por culo. Cuidado las lanzagranadas. Un poquito de spam. Ha tomado uno. Tiene otro detrás.
His teammate here. This is great teamwork. Now they have the pinch lined up, and the trap is down. That's a siphon for Elevate right there.
That siphon could be the difference maker for him. Zip doesn't have any shields. Needs to take a moment to just pop the minis.
It's a little bit of a reset here.
He's still in this too, so he didn't get knocked. He's not full eliminated yet.
Which is rough. You don't convert the Elim, you don't get the point either here. This Elevate is doing a great job on defense, but the Campfire heals down players as well. This is actually really, really smart of them to sit on the Campfire right now and just wait and buy time. Always looking to set up the phase through right there, trying to get through the build. Some shockwave comes out and close but no cigar.
Such an intense fight between these two.
Oh
no, someone thirsted.
Snappy, he went for the shot from the distance. There you see him right there along with Red Rush. And then Zip down low on this island using not only the rocks but
Morwen sigue vivo con Tux.
Zip is the target of the
bueno.
At the moment, as everywhere he moves, he cannot seem to catch a break, but he is going to find a little bit of that high.
Tiene que ganar Morwen. Es español. Españoles tienen que ganar, siempre.
Now let's go ahead and take a look.
¡Oh! Te cazó. Te cazó. Always y Nikov. Vamos a ver. De momento tiene el high. No he visto ningún otro. Bueno. Borgwan y Tux también tienen una buena altura.
All of these duos, very, very powerhouse duos here. Close by right now.
4 kills Benji. Es que es bestial. Y entre Mr. Savage y Benji. ¡Wow!
Nothing that these guys can't handle. A lot of open air though. Lots of open air.
All right, Benji's at 4 eliminations here.
He's been having a good game. They've been playing well.
Playing very good. 4 elims.
Just the final moments, right?
This early in the game to have 4 elims is actually huge, and I love what they're doing right now, just fishing for damage because Storm Surge, you never want to be under the pressure of the Storm Surge. They know that with 50 players in the lobby,
casi full match va el Benji. Si no me equivoco, Mr. Savage va a tope. 61 personas, bueno, 60 ahora, más personas que antes en el cuarto círculo, cuarta tormenta ya. Sí. Dentro de nada empieza la quinta.
Take a look at this stat right here. Damage dealt, 842. The match average, every other player on average, 176. That's not even enough to take out a player with shield and health. So they're doing a lot of work on this lobby right now. And they are here to play. Looks like they're going to find themselves another spot. This is actually an interesting spot. But it's all good because they have launch pads. They can get up and over this cliff lip right here. And they're backside safe. So all they have to do is protect their forward angles.
I understand we did get some moments.
Con la skin de play, el Mongrel.
He's trying to see what players are going to start to make some moves. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We'll come back and see.
Muy buena skin porque es una skin finita, igual que la de la esquiadora, muy finita esa skin.
And that's why this is one of the best duos in Fortnite. Way to clutch up in those moments, man. Yeah, the nerves, they have to be shaking there. But Mongrel just...
Son flipantes estos dos.
Get out there and get yourself a duo that's going to clutch up for you today in the Fortnite game.
Your friend ain't doing it, drop him. You don't need him.
That's right, but you heard him. He said we're going to win loud and confidently. Mongrel and Mitro are here.
And they're here to win this game. That's the mission. But everyone else,
Esta la tienen que ganar por cojones.
that remain here have that same objective in mind. Luckily for them, I think that circle does work out for them.
Oh, tormenta eléctrica.
And there it is, Storm Surge. It's now live.
And it's going to hurt some.
Oh.
You either have to do damage or less than 50 players have to be in the lobby. So 6 players.
Yo.
Right now are under it. Yep, that's it. Gustavo gets owned right there. Is Wishy going to be able to do something about it?
Storm Surge in effect. Dubs and Mega once again. They're in second place in the leaderboards. 3 games have worked out very, very well for them.
And they can see that effect. You can see the Storm Surge around you.
51 players. Only 1 player needs to be eliminated, and that will be it.
Says, you know what? We ballin'. They out. They're going. They're trying to get that zone plan for placement right now. And do you blame them? Why not? They're in the lead right now. All they have to do is consistently skate through. They've gotten through the hardest part, the beginning. They're warmed up. As Mega is trying to fish around here and get a good spot.
El chiquillo,
More real estate, but the pressure is in because the baller players come in.
Right in front of them, too. More defense having to be played here. It's kind of shades of Game 3 when they were in a similar spot. But this was from the high ground. This time will be right in front of him. The action has cooled though. They can take a moment to reset.
Definitely did cost a fair amount of metal right there. Mega now on 300 metals, trying to inch his way to that fence nearby. Just doing a little bit of a material swap right there. Back to Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy with the minigun. The minigun's so good for pressure plays.
Spread out a few of those materials. Get ready for the potential movement. Snaking as what you would...
Eso va a hacer pupa. Eso va a hacer pupa. Nada, ya está. Es un Valentín que todo el mundo ahí construyendo.
Really, it's just waiting it out rather than having to move out of the blast area. 5 elims for Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy. 6 for Mitra and Mongrel. This has certainly been a dominant game for EU thus far.
Yeah, for sure. Yuang takes out Rote right there, EU player.
Todo el mundo volando. 44 personas aún,
Are cutting across here. Mitra's trying to find some real estate here. Is he going to be able to set up? He's going for the high ground. A little bit of a build-up.
Mongrel está pillando,
He's got the high. Who's putting some pressure down? He's getting the shot straight across here, Golden.
Yeah, there was a duo right on the other side there that Mitra was concerned about. So he goes low. Then, really, wherever you go, they're going to
Saf sigue vivo.
Sometimes you just manage to incur the
Su compañero está... Zay también está. Warren también. Ole. Y tú también. Eso es bueno. Que estén los dos vivos aún es bueno. Mitro. Y Mungral. Mungral. Mira, Mungral acaba de matar a 6. No lo veo. Mr. Savage también está por ahí. Benji también. Borben, rota. Uf, le han dado Borben. Mungral, ya lo he visto en Mungral. Vale, Borben. Dios, está nada, Borben. Ah, Mungral a otros ha hecho. A Fate. 6 eliminaciones Mungral y 3 Mitro. No, a Borben no. A Borben no. Ah, la palma Borben. Mungral la palma también.
Jettison them up the leaderboards. Elevate has 7 elims as well right now. He has 7 already. Rojo jumps out of the box. Wolfie's still in the game. Controller player. To our boy Christian earlier, he mentioned he loves to get in the faces of players, and it has worked out for him thus far. Elevate is out of the game.
Madre mía.
7 points, not bad at all, and you're going to get the placements to boot. Still, Aqua and Nyrox up above. Then you got Benji Fishy in the game. 5 eliminations for him, 6 total with Mr. Savage's 1. Oh, there's a player in front of him. He pops up in front of him. Oh, that's so scary.
Oh, qué pena. Benji.
Eliminated by Sky.
Sky has been around the competitive scene for a long time, and for good reason right there.
Ahora vamos a ver la clasificación, pero el top 1 va a cambiar. Porque no han durado mucho y solo se han hecho 2 kills. El top 1 cambia. Estoy seguro. 4 kills lleva Aqua, Esta es suya. Esta es suya.
He only has 10 builds though. This is very intense. Both of them don't have much here. He's going to put all the splashes down. Is that the decision right there to commit? I think the shockwave is going to cause an eruption in the high ground. And now they're in the zone here. What's going to happen here? This is so close.
5 players remaining. Few left as the shockwave is going to send him all the way up. Nyrox takes out Falconer down low. And he's wrestling with everyone. But Nyrox is out. Oh no.
No, esto. Han ganado.
He gets the victory
Pues nada, 3 millones más.
Huge shockwave play in the final moments right there. It's going to propel him to the high ground and allow him to work top down. But not only that, it chucked everyone into the zone for a couple of seconds right there. So it truly was the ultimate disruption right there.
The shockwave, the end of the game, will just change everything. The complexion of it all. And it's just everything that had happened right at the end here. Look at Nyrox. He just went down low. He wanted to get scrappy with him. He goes down. That's Sky and Chapix. And then it's Aqua who follows it up. Flew up right into the sky there. I also like looking at the player's face at these moments because the focus that he has. Oh, man.
To hit your shots, you must hit your shots. Look at that. Stompy, Jinkin have talked about Aqua and Nyrox as players to look out for. They're scary competitors on the scene, and good to see them take a victory royale.
GG a los ganadores de esta partida. A Aqua y a Nyrox.
Spicy.
I like to see it, right? Everyone's like, hey, where you at? Hey, where you at, right? But, hey, that is the game, right? You never know what you're going to get. Sappins 8 still hold on to first place, but it's only
Pues mira, se han quedado en el primer puesto, se han hecho 2 puntos. 18 puntos de eliminación, una victoria, 40 puntos llevan en total. Luego Mega, Dubs, 38 puntos, 16 eliminaciones, ninguna victoria. Xerox y Vinix, 15 eliminaciones, 35 puntos, una victoria. Mundial y Mitro, 20 eliminaciones, 30 puntos, ninguna victoria de momento, pero van a hacer victoria. Mira, Madgood y Calculator han hecho una victoria y van decimosegundos, con 12 eliminaciones, 22 puntos. Y Barben decimotercero, con 22 puntos. He visto ahora en el directo desde el móvil. 22 puntos. Buah, yo llevaría 2 o 0.
A massive shift for EU here. We all know that shockwave grenades can absolutely shift the balance of in-game, especially allowing you to propel yourself up and work your way top down to dominate and control what was the most exciting final moments of in-game here today. What is your plan going into these next couple of games? There's a lot kind of hanging in the balance here, right? There's a big momentum shift for you, and you have the opportunity to kind of go any direction that you want. What's your plan?
Our plan is just to keep going what we're doing right now, just landing our spot and going for consistent placement points.
Consistent placement points, that's key and can absolutely take the Vic Roy home, as you saw just now. Back to you, GB and Monster.
Thank you so much, Jordan, for that one, and stay the course. No reason for you to adjust anything. If it
Un trozo de pizza. Tengo una pizza entera, madre mía, para cenar. Bueno, he pedido 2 por 1 en una pizzería, no voy a decir cuál. Y como pizza y ceno pizza. Ahora.
I love seeing those fights with the great weapons, right? You really can tell who can figure it out with not much to work with. That's always the challenge that players have to deal with in the beginning of a game like this. Now, I do understand we have Bala standing by to break it down and what we saw in Game 4. Bala?
Yeah, well, Aqua and Nyrox definitely showed up here today, and the resurgence of EU is maybe starting. We've got 2 more games to go, but I want to talk about Mongrel and Mitro and what they had to do in this game here. They actually ran into
Mañana estás de fuego también, Hitor. Mañana es el mejor día.
We were talking about early game engagements. This is one that's been going in the duo of Mongrel and Mitro's favor against Skeptic and Clicks in Neo Tilted Towers. The pressure here from Mitro to find out exactly where the first player is. Mongrel up above, then targeting on both. They try to get into the same box at the same time. They go down and just continue pushing forward. Mongol and Mitro, it's the second time that they win this engagement here today, and it's not stopping. They continue forward onto Volks and Parpy and just try to hunt down everything. There Clicks is trying to escape as well. And then this snipe here from Mitro. He actually, not only did he hit that, and they get right into it.
Se quedó flipado cada francazo que mete.
Driftboard right before this, so one elimination there for them. And then they had the engagement that we saw earlier. We're going to go ahead and run it back because this clutch puts them perfectly in position at
Esto ha sido, madre mía. Pam, pam, pam.
This was with Mitro down after all was said and done. There he goes down, and then Mongol comes in right on cue. He does not let his teammate go down. You heard the reactions earlier, and it continued because Mongol got one more elimination in this game, leading to the 8 eliminations total before they fell, not before earning placements points, though. So this game, not only did they take out Vinny and Zexro, which were in 3rd place, they stopped them from accruing any more placement points, so they are inching their way closer. They're now in 4th place. They actually have the most elims out of everybody in the tournament so far on 20. So with 2 more games to go, we're going to see where they can leave themselves at the end. Back to you guys, GB and Monster.
Thank you so much, Vala, for the insight there. Everyone getting all ready for games 5 and 6. And then we crown our first ever Fortnite World Champion. Crazy to say out loud.
A por todas. Y aquí ha sido cuando han rematado a este hombre, han recuperado vida, el otro no se sabe dónde ha ido y controlado. Y aquí ha empezado a reventar de la cabeza que sí, pobre hombre, pues no tenía ni nada de material.
Mr. Savage, and we did get an opportunity to catch up with them. And they're currently in 8th place. Can they climb up? Let's go ahead and check it out.
Si tuviese un PC de esos. Madre mía, madre mía, ese movimiento de teclas y de todo ahí, hasta que lo haces un pianista.
This dual partnership has changed our lives. We've been able to accomplish so much more together.
Podría ser pianistas como si nada. Se clasificaron en la primera semana, creo. Mr. Savage y Benji creo que fueron los primeros. In the UK.
He has my back. If I ask him something, he'll help me out. We don't actually just play Fortnite. We play other games when we just want to have fun. We have a lot of the same interests. He's really humble. I love his personality. Yeah, we're great friends. Shoot. Alright, yeah. Shoot. Alright. I'm too good for you. Oh, there's a guy, no point, he has no RPG ammo. The reason why we're so good at playing duos is because we both have super good mechanical skills, good chemistry, and communication.
Okay, 120. Knocked one. Let's go, dude!
Everybody knew in the community that Savage was one of the best players in the world. He knows the game really well, so he makes really good calls. Benji's just so insane at just eliminating people.
Benji Fishy is dialed in right now.
He just follows me perfectly. He fills in the gaps that I can't fill in.
You'd think a fish out of water would be harmless. Not this fishy. Not today.
People were definitely scared if they see some fishes running around Happy Hamlet. You'd think fishes weren't really that scary, but Fortnite, it's quite the opposite.
We're in a really good state right now as a duo.
Let's just cross Loot Lake. I think there's people on the other side. we're playing super well.
Players, they continue to go down like flies.
We've been practicing. It's really nice to, finally be able to prove ourselves.
Savage.
I think we're just going to show people how good we are.
Hey, look at that right there. Some fans of Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy. They were diabolical in the online qualifiers. And maybe, just maybe, with these last 2 games, they could pull it up and get themselves into the top 3 and lead in the first place.
Yeah.
We've seen them do very well so far. Maybe not the performance they were looking for. I know they want to pull a victory. They have everything it takes. They can muscle up from 8th.
Yeah.
They'll be up there.
It's going to be a challenge for not them, but every single player. But we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, games 5 and 6, and then we crown our first ever Fortnite World Champions. We'll see you on the other side.
In the player lounge right now, joined by our Pro-Am winners, Arl Grimes and Airwalks. Wasn't totally expecting you'd win 2 in a row. Can you walk me through those final moments?
It felt really good. I don't think I would have won if I didn't have him.
Now, Arl Grimes, you were holding your own, you were keeping up, you were staying alive, you were getting eliminations. How did you change your playstyle from last Pro-Am to this Pro-Am?
I think we learned a lot from the last one. Just that you should focus on late game a little bit, and I just sort of let him lead the way and made it happen.
How did it feel to play with a potential World Cup duo winner?
It's amazing. I'm actually going to come tomorrow and sit in the stands and cheer for my man Airwalks, yeah.
Maybe make an Airwalks sign and wave it in the air?
Maybe a 98 bot sign. I'll hold it up.
Good luck on the event tomorrow. Congratulations on winning. Congratulations on winning. Incredible, incredible gameplay throughout Fortnite World Cup Pro-Am.
My name is Hype.
My name is Serpent. We qualified on the last week.
Week 10, duos.
It was pretty crazy. We knew it was the last opportunity we had, so we were just completely focused the entire time, and it was just a huge relief after we qualified.
Yeah, it was such a relief. I was waiting for this moment the whole time.
Simón era limítrofe cuarto.
We was almost positive. We was freaking out, and then when we finally saw the leaderboard update, we just started screaming.
7 minutos aún. No, 7:30.
Playing back in like season 3 of Fortnite, we just found each other through a Discord community and joined a squad team together, and we just stuck with each other ever since.
Yeah, pretty much. I've never ever played with another duo besides Serpent, so since day one. We both make calls.
Yeah, we both have things we're a little bit better at, but we try to take the roles like evenly. I'm just really excited to play with everyone from all the regions. Yeah, I would say from what we've seen, OCE is a lot more aggressive play style because we go for a lot higher point games, whereas yeah, NA and EU they have like way more passive play style than us, I think. It's a dream come true, to be honest. It's all I've wanted to do is just play games, and to have a huge opportunity like this is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same, but yeah, just crazy opportunity to be able to play against the best players around the world.
Ah, el plátano. Chinas.
大家好，我是 XXM， 我来自中国。
The rocket's gonna come up through. Are they all coming down? Moon PB.
我叫小蒙德，我来自中国。
我们是在那个亚洲锦标赛第6周海选的时候，然后双排拿到了亚洲第1。
A second rocket going to catch both players? How do you even find that angle?
当时我很高兴，我超级高兴，从桌子上跳了起来。
These guys do not miss. You have to be careful. You cannot sleep on them.
我们为了准备这个比赛，我们每天基本上要训练12个小时以上。
12 horas al día practicado. Me cago en la puta. ¿Sabes que son 12 horas pegado a la pantalla solo jugando a Fortnite? 12 horas pegado a la pantalla.
因为我平时很喜欢购入，然后如果说获得这么多奖金的话，我一定会买。
也许我会在一个很悠闲的地方买一个洞，放着比如。
Yo llevo de momento 3 horas y estoy todo muerto. Y encima estoy sin jugar, Tiros. Le antes, este no. Este no sé quién es.
Crazy I'm here. I can't believe it, man. Can I get a video of you saying that I'm the best Fortnite player? Okay. Can you say Lucas is the best Fortnite player? Lucas is the best Fortnite player. Okay. Alright guys, we're here with Ali and he has a message. Very important message. Lucas is the best Fortnite player, okay? Thank you, man. Thank you. No worries. Thank you so much.
What's up, buddy? What's your name?
Kevin, man.
Kevin? Nice to meet you, bro. How are we doing today?
Doing good. Congrats yesterday, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it was crazy. $1 million.
Sira.
Clutched up. Have a good one. Yeah. Boom. There you go, buddy. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one, man.
You're my brother. That's your biggest fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Love that. Love that.
¿No se supone que Face no paga a la peña? En plan, a todos sus jugadores. Por eso... este se ha ido y otro más también.
What's up guys, it's Clicks.
And it's Skeptic.
And we qualified for enemies.
Alright, so me and Clicks' main goal, we even said it the day before in the semifinals, we wanted to shoot for top 25 because we qualified the first week that it was duos. So we wanted to shoot for top 25 and we just blew out our expectations of how we played that day.
This is my first LAN event ever. I'm 14, so before this, the required LAN age was 16. So this is a life-changing event that Epic gave me.
It's mind-blowing and it's a good journey. So one of my friends back in December recommended me to play with Clicks, so I tried playing with him once. We played a few games. We didn't do amazing. Well, we played pretty good, but I had to do a part of the time, so I was good. But after he started competing high levels and Share the Love, he got first place and all that. I hit him up and we decided the game.
And then the first week, we probably played for 3 days, and that week we qualified. Yeah. So we had 3 days of practice and somehow qualified. Yeah, before big games, get my nerves out and make sure I'm on the right track. I literally just scream as loud as I can. Like, my stream knows it, so hopefully that goes a long way.
I wash my hands. I'm not joking. No, I wash my hands. I have to get the perfect grip on my mouse, so I wash my hands a lot. Like a lot a day, just to make sure I have a perfect grip on my mouse. Sounds pretty weird, but it helps.
Tons of people ask me questions on a daily, like, how do you, like, find the right sensitivity? And I feel like that's obviously the big mechanical way for the game. So I just tell people to stick in like one sensitivity and just work your way at it, and it really comes a long way with my aim, my building, everything like that.
I say practice makes perfect with everything in life. Just I think about the game. The more you practice, the more you playing creative, the more you'll get mechanical, game-wise, and all that up. So I think practice makes perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Oh, Dr. Lupo.
Finals duos
I'm
competition. My name is Dr. Lupo, and I missed you dearly. Joining me on the desk for the final two matches, Courage JD. You know him, you love him, one of the best men in the industry.
Oh, stop.
I'm super excited to see what these final two games have in store. We've watched a ridiculous competition thus far. Honestly, it's been insane. I've had a chance to watch some of the plays, some of the shots from some of these players, the accuracy, the heads-up gameplay. Jack, it's been insane. What do you think so far?
It's insane, Dr. Lupo. It is great to hear your voice, and I am so excited to be casting these final two games together for the Fortnite World Cup Finals duo competition. We are 2 games away from crowning our first ever Fortnite World Champions, who will win a combined $3 million US. That is a lot of money if you don't know how much US dollars is worth, because this is the World Cup, as you know. But Ben, I'm so excited.
It's insane. The $3 million for first place. That's not the only position on the leaderboard that takes home 7 figures. And to look at that leaderboard, we're going to throw it over to
Última horita.
where everybody stands thus far.
Thank you so much, Lupo and Courage. And what we have here is the current top 10 on the board.
Última horita. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Safi Side sigue en primeros con 40 puntos. Megadus 38 puntos. Xerox y Vinix con 35 puntos. Nitro Moongrad con 30. Están lejos aún. Argramix y Falconer con 29 puntos. Están cerca de Moongrad y Nitro, muy cerquita. Elevate y Zeice con 27 puntos. Rojo y Wolfface 25 puntos. Benji y Mr. Savage 24 puntos. Serpent y Hype y Serpent 24 puntos. Nyrox y Aqua 23 puntos. Y han ganado una partida. La última partida ha sido de ellos. Están jugando bien. Lo que pasa es que faltan kills. Eso sí, 20 kills, el mundo al limítro. Están ahí por eso, por las 20 kills. Y por ahí, luego el top 13 está Borben, que es español, y está ahí dándolo todo.
That's not even the beginning of it. You have to realize that across all 50 duos, just 2 games, these last 2 could push any duo all the way up into the top. That top 10 taking a crazy amount of prizing home, Jack.
Yep. It is a life-changing amount of money, to say the least. As you know, people watching from around the world, millions and millions tuning in today. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. I want to hear from you right now. Tweet Dr. Lupo, myself, Fortnite. Which region will come out on top? Will NA remain up top? Will EU surge back? You heard some of the Asia, Oceanic, Brazil region still trying to push on through. I think NA is going to do it. I really do.
It's anybody's game, to be quite honest, but it's interesting to see trends from the qualifiers of previous weeks. You know, the 10 that we had leading up to this moment. Some of the names that were stars then, stars yet again here, and that consistency is going to shine through in a big way as we go into late games. We've had some of the highest player count final circles that we've ever seen. We've had a lot of aggressive gameplay from people at clutch moments. And that's not the end, Jack. We've got 2 games left. And game 5 is ready to go, Jack.
Ladies
Yo creo que el único que hay de comando es el... ¿cómo se llama? El Aidan. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Y vuelven. No lo veo. Vuelven. Ahí está Borren. Ah, no. Sí, está ahí Borren. Lo he visto. Ah, no he visto Borren, no lo he visto. O sea que sí, pero no lo he visto. No era.
Staying out on top. It's why they're consistently placing Sap and Zayt, for example. Wouldn't be surprised to see people stick with their normal game one more time. Again, as Sundown did a great job of highlighting, Dr. Lupo. One big performance, 12 elims in a victory royale, 22-point game would shoot you way up the leaderboards.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't count yourself out yet, as we do see our last match winners currently on our screen.
Contested there. Nyrox dropping in an early baller, a very pivotal piece for late game survival. Going to farm up all the materials he can inside. Not going to smash too much to the outside until maybe the last second, just to prevent any reveal of his own position. He's just going to go ahead and move on. And actually does see targets down below. A couple attempted shots. That scope, they are accuracy at this level. Going to have to be very key if you're going to try and pick up an elimination that early. The scope might
Ya han muerto dos.
Nyrox needs to establish yet
Tres.
another elimination to get himself higher on the leaderboard. This duo.
Un dúo tiene que haber caído. Por cojones. Pues no. Son 3 de 3 equipos diferentes.
When you land on the southwest side of the map, if you don't land in an exact big area, it's a very, very scrappy start. It's a lot around getting a baller, rotating on through, and just trying to, pick up one chest here, loot one building here, and piece some things together.
Una 3 han quedado solos ya.
How tough it can be, but Nyrox and Aqua currently on their way. Let's ship
Ojo, Mongrel Nitro, Bad Sniper y Oslo, Barbie Balls, Clicks y Exceptit. Exceptit.
Four duos though in tilted. Gonna be
Agüita.
interesting to see who opts to take an early out. Maybe go for the ballers that spawn in that slipstream around the outside, or maybe get a little.
Clicks va bien de material, va mucho mejor que Exceptic. Ahí está. El trapo es lo esencial. Yo también tengo un trapo, bueno, no es un trapo, es una camiseta, pero hace de función de trapo. Cuando me suban las manos con el mando. Ahí está, Face Mongrel. Mongrel. Ay. ¡Oh, M azul! Eso parece que nada, pero es un escopetón. Los 120 en la cabeza no se los quita a nadie, pero prefiero una de estas, una de combate.
Crazy powerful loadout. You saw he has 4 shadow bombs this early in the game. Those are incredibly powerful going into late game, especially when you're attempting to avoid confrontation as much as possible until just the right moment. You can shadow bomb out of almost anything. Granted, the people that
mucha gente aún, no se matan. Ahí están muertos.
Typically the case in a lobby like this.
And lucky landing right now. 2 teams currently here. This has been the case so far this game. Gustavox, 8, and Wishy DP up against M11Z. The duo right there.
At this point, yeah, I was going to say, it looks like they're just opting to do a little bit of a split here. Just watching the opponents move around down below. They don't necessarily have to push this yet. They do have a little bit of time before the storm starts to make a move here, so pressure is going to be on. But a loadout like this, there's no shotgun inventory. They have the shockwaves to rotate if they need to, but those are oftentimes saved for late game if you can do it. It's an easy way to push through opponents' builds that are above you, as we've seen in previous matches countless times. Take the high ground without maybe being challenged. The only downside is you put yourself way out in the open. We did see a number of players get eliminated on the fly, literally, while shooting through the air with the shotgun. So we'll have to see. Shots are behind Gustavox 8. Knocked down, no shield remaining.
Wondering if Daedra and M11Z decide to push off this Wishy. Reveals that he does have that heavy sniper. Grenades coming on through. Quick little reaction right there to box up for a brief moment. But remember, when you get that shield broken, there is a unique animation and sound effect. So Daedra and M11Z know that Gustavus up top has no shield left, and that heavy sniper ripped through the wood right
Pilla un poquito.
to get some damage done on this player.
Daedra holding that edit, that pyramid at the top, so we can look through, and shots from the duo up above, Wishy and Gustavus, well coordinated. No push yet. This is kind of a stalemate at this point, which for all four of these players may end up fighting them in the back. That being said, Wishy, the fly in right there, pushing up, trying to get past and over to this.
Mira cómo lo han dejado.
Make their way into maybe a little bit of side cover.
Shrine made for me on the map is
¿Se me escucha todo bien?
Gustavus are both out of shields. Looks like Daedra
¿Se me escucha todo bien?
wanted to, which is to push them out of Lucky Landing. Not sure if they're going to continue to pursue it. Doesn't appear so right now. And all things considered, I don't think they need to, right? They can go back now, farm up this whole area.
Ok, man. Pues va a empezar ya la primera tormenta. Y aún quedan 91 personas.
Duo underneath. A little bit of a split for Tetra and Eclipse. Hopefully does not come to bite them in the back. We'll see here in a second. Eclipse pushing up, trying to match position with Tetra. Shots on the baller. You don't want to see those things last too long. Nobody was in it. It was just rolling down the hill.
Ataque aéreo en camino.
Gets shredded on through, and Skeptic, because of that, now down to just 25 HP, and that might be the green light for this duo to push on forward. One player challenging up top. Eclipse has him trapped in the box, does take a little bit more damage. It will be a build battle for height. Eclipse with a ton of materials, but look at the elimination feed. Tetra with the elim onto Skeptic, so it's a 2 versus 1. Clicks all by himself.
Even if there's a sacrifice to the 2v1, that 1v1 afterwards and the pickup, the revive your teammate might be the best play. We'll see here in a second. Pressure from above, not yet. Clicks all in his all by himself right there. To take just a second and heal up. Any chance you can get to get a little bit of HP might be the key to staying alive.
And this is where I believe adjustments need to begin to be made, right? Eclipse and Tetra, as they push on forward. Clicks now all by himself, try to force him to happen. There's no shot right there as he goes down.
Una pena.
Day of struggles for Skeptic, and Clicks continue. But the point I was going to make right there is, now you're getting to a point where you need to go and push for those elims if you want to make the climb back up that leaderboard. Eclipse and Tetra.
El primer punto en la quinta partida.
In that 2 versus 1, before another team can begin to push on in and try to steal that last elimination, they have to force
Uy, Zaiti Saf, eh?
Clicks doesn't form, they get the free elim and win that fight at Dusty Dip.
Meanwhile, Saf and Zayt, first game winners currently.
Saf. Ha pillado, eh?
To knock the pyramid and immediately capitalizing on Saf being exposed, leaves Zayt in a 1v2. A little bit of a panic, and the Shadow Bomb may or may not be enough. Right into the slip to try and sneak away. Run down in some previous builds. That's a quick pick off there from 4ZR and nowhere.
And that's the second time we've seen that today. The player with the heavy sniper, they can see that the pyramid is being edited on through and peeked through. So they immediately call that out. They time the shot alongside AR shots, or that one I believe it was actually shotguns. And Saf is eliminated before he can even build a single.
Nixie, Psin, huyendo de pelea. ¿Quién está ahí? Hunter están ahí ya pillando tienen una muy buena posición. Lo que pasa es que no veo el minimapa para ver si está dentro de zona. No están dentro de zona, pero si les llega a pillar dentro de zona, eso es una muy buena posición, ¿eh? Bueno, y luego están aquí estos dos que se ponen aquí a penetrar aquí a todo el mundo. Mejor posición que estos dos no hay en ningún lado.
Build fights and late game rotations are capitalized by players that have the high ground advantage. But even early game, high ground gives the ability to scout. Aiden, Sean goes down. Aiden, an attempt to push on through and try and pick up the elimination on his opponent. Quinton inside the box there, does knock the wall out, picks up the materials and kick grabbed the card of his teammate.
I was going to say, I think that the teammate was not, so it is a 1 versus 1 in this fight. Aiden at max HP. Gets the high ground for the moment. Quinton, absolute the health disadvantage. Aiden most likely knows this. Continues to push for this elimination. Wants to clean this up as quickly as possible. Wondering if Quinton has any traps to be used right here.
No, es el punto que llevan de una kill esta partida solo. Son los puntos de una partida. Está, spamea el L2. Spamea el L2, que puedes. Aiden.
But Aiden has the chug splashes, and Dr. Lupo, they show off just how good they are right there.
Quentin stuck all the way up top, popping that med kit, trying to get back to 100 HP. Aiden and Quentin in a little standoff here, a back and forth of epic proportions. Quentin, there's the storm, a little bit of pressure. You got up above. Quentin trying to watch that, holding that pyramid edit with a peek. Trying to catch himself up inside the pyramid by resetting. Can't quite do it. Does fight for high ground. Aiden on controller. Don't forget that. One of the best controller players we've ever seen. 101 HP remaining. These inside the box fights, the combat for who can own a wall, the back and forth is insane. And the top-down view, Aiden can't quite get that pyramid edit and gets caught in his own door.
Did he miss? Yeah.
Oh, ha muerto Orben.
Edit out, didn't wind up building a door, and Quentin makes it back in time to grab the reboot card. So Aiden and Sean go down quite early in game number 5. 74 players remaining. Storm Surge still currently in play.
Espérate que queda atrás.
Far above it. 385 damage above. Shouldn't really have to worry about that too much. As Aiden's in another skirmish right here. Dr. Lupo not deciding to use the chug splashes to get that health up.
An interesting note here, you see Zay taking single swings the wall that he doesn't own. He's attempting to bait the player from stopping a heal. He wants them to disengage from that so he can basically force a fight. He doesn't want them to get any of that HP back.
You got the floor.
Shield.
And he already had that wall!
Oh my gosh, and Tux goes down. What an angle shot from Zay there.
And that right there is Zay baiting his opponent into making that exact move. What you just saw was why Zayt has remained one of the best players in competitive Fortnite from the very early days. He replaced the first wall.
O se la ha llevado.
Then he moved to his opponent, shot out the floor to push him towards the wall he already replaced. And once he did that, once the player ran and thought he was safe, he quickly hops on up. Edits his own wall that he
Toda la peña distribuida entre todas las montañitas que hay. Cada dúo que hay así esparcidos en el mapa es una montañita. Así, como te digo. Los que están muy juntos no, pero los que están así separados por el norte, eso es una montañita. Igual que este dúo y el de al lado de la derecha, otra montañita.
With his build still in his hand, he wasn't expecting it.
The blueprint out, you hate to see that. The victory royale with 10 points, top 5 is 7, top 10 is 5, top 15 gets you 3, and every
la victoria son 10 puntos. Un punto de eliminación. Del 11 al 15, 3 puntos. Del sexto al décimo, 5 puntos. Y del segundo al quinto, 7 puntos.
Sundown did earlier, 17 points at that time spread first to 10th place.
Yep. Here the fights continue. Tyler 15 and Lanane in an awkward position right now as Tyler 15 has gone down and there's pressure from both sides. And you've got to think these players know exactly where they are and that's what they're going to do. Already 4 eliminations between Forziar as well as Noward, and they're trying to get this wall replaced. They've got one. Did he get the pyramid as well? I can't tell as of right now.
Interesting note about Tyler 15 and Lanane. They had planned to run just the first qualifier, week 2 together, and if they did not qualify for the World Cup, they agreed that they were going to try and hook up with their normal duos.
Yep.
La peña hace la bomba de humo. Hasta luego.
They have not spent a whole lot of time together, and it's amazing to say that because the cohesion between those two, oftentimes, when we watch them, they're on top of each other's game the entire time.
Yep. That's why they made it this far. 65 players left. The next Storm Surge could be happening soon. You see the shockwave grenades used as Crims right now eats a rocket to the face, down to just 79 HP. Thankfully, if you're a Crims fan, he does have 5 mini.
¿Quién está matando a Calculator?
Oh no, Spades is full health, so I was going to say, I'm sure Spades, if he needs some shields,
they are good to go. They are good to go.
Spades just needed more AR ammo to keep shooting Dr. Lupo.
Hill
Hold down that left click and see what you can get.
ha matado a alguien, pero no sé quién era.
I think Tim the Tatman faced attacks from multiple sides while in the box. A number of players know how that feels, and so the ammunition does get chewed through quite.
Oh, Mr. Savage y Benji siguen por ahí dando caña. Zay también está ahí por ahí. Mungral y Nitro también están a la derecha, estaban, pero ya no están, ya no se ve en la cámara.
Going into these late games, Jack, especially when we're on the second to last. Pressure is at an all-time high for some
Xavi y Sigru de momento tienen la altura.
that have never experienced a LAN event like this. And this is the biggest one that Fortnite has ever had. Do you think they're going to be able to capitalize on that, take advantage of their own nerves, and use that
No way.
to climb the leaderboard?
No way.
Or is
Nowhere.
it going to get the best of them?
Nitro Mungral, Eclipse, Torcha, Minch, Put, Bar, Nowhere por ahí al fondo, Nehil, Volks. Nehil está solo, y Volks también.
That's that moment we're talking about. With the shield broken, the entire lobby has decided you are the player we're going to shoot at. And Nate Hill is burning through materials. This is looking like it's going to end right here for this FaZe clan duo. Nate trying to make it through. Just a frantic flint knock shot. At that point, it's desperation. 6 total builds, no healing, only 34 HP.
Imagine if Nate had caught. Wait.
Did tag him. And no.
No mats. No mats. Hasta luego. Que encima están ahí Kickstar y Hunter, pues. Mungral y Mitro, por ahí es la de Ronaldo y Chip.
Players on the outside will need to move in from all areas. The zone pushing forward. Here are Mitro and Mongol. A quiet game so far. 0 eliminations up to this point. The question remains, will EU climb up into the top 3? They're just on the outside.
Pero si lo estoy viendo desde la Play. Me lo pondría, pero que lo estoy viendo desde Play. Y desde la Play solo se ve. En plan, desde el Fortnite, dentro del Fortnite. Del único sitio donde lo puedo ver. Aún no ha matado a nadie, ni Mungral ni Nitro. Ya está, esa. Primera kill de ellos dos. ¿Sabes que solo hay un español en la World Cup de dúos? ¿Han matado a Mitro? Ronaldo.
28 duos remaining. We're not even close to placement points yet. That happens at 15, Jack.
Yeah, and Mongo knows this. When you look at his inventory right now, no
Mira, Hunter ha matado a otro.
Epic tactical shotgun, quite good.
¿Ganar alguna partida al Mungral y el Mitro? Bueno, ahora solo Mungral. Uff. 24 solo lo ha hecho.
Good job at least getting up this layer of height. Remember, it's so tough in elevation here when there's so many builds. Bottom right of your screen, another solo.
Toda la peña en el circulito. Es que me quedo flipado. Todo el mundo ahí en el circulito. Ay, ay. ¿Te va a salir? Vamos a ver. Kingstar está también por ahí con Hunter. Zay sigue solo. Pues no ha podido revivir a su compañero. El rojo no sé quién es, pero rojo es español. O sea, rojo es un nombre en español, a mí no me jodas. Y mexicano no es. Y de Argentina solo hay 2. Sí que no sé.
in another place where
incredible players.
Yeah, they can absolutely make some noise right here in this one if they can finish strong. Remember, other teams in the top 5 will still have representation. With Zayt still in this one, Falconer and Arkram. Arkram quite weak at the moment though, about 120 HP in total. 27 duos left. If you're keeping in mind the format of this game, it's top 15 and they're going to go ahead and shockwave across. They both use one shockwave together and now the push begins. Falconer slowly inching towards this zone.
Buah. Mira que me encantan a mí las pestosas, Yo es que las clavo. Las pongo en su sitio las pestosas. Son flipantes. Madre mía, otra peña. Aqua otra vez con el high ground. Con Nyrox. Han ganado la de antes igual, por tener la altura. Pero hay que tener cuidado con Airways y Nikov, pues los tiene justo debajo. Mungral sigue solo por ahí dando caña. Es un cabrón el Mungral, Muy bueno. Keystar también está por ahí con Hunter. Están los 4 de Solari vivos aún. Mira, no, ha muerto Keystar y Nikov. Uno de cada ha muerto. Mungral está tiritando, Está tiritando. Van a ganar otra vez a Quain y Nyrox. Van a ganar. Van a ganar. Pero tengo Mungral se está curando aquí, que flipas, Lo spamean. Pero nada. Uf. A pie otra vez. Consigo una kill, consigo una. ¡Ah! Muere Mungral. Aqua y Nyrox con la altura aún. Ya estaban a ganar la partida. La tienen hecha ya. Derox la ha calmado ya. Porque no lo pueden revivir, no, ya está. Muerto. Es que con la minigun encima el agua. Ya está. La tienen hecha la partida. No baje Nyrox. Es que hace mucha pupa, La minigun hace mucha pupa. Wolfless esperando ya que se peguen. Que se peguen ellos. De Adra 7 kills. 7 kills. Es que como revienta el minigun. Ese muere. Ya está, es suya. Es la partida suya otra vez. Han ganado otra, 2 seguidas. Dos seguidas. ¿Serán los mejores del mundo?
My goodness, folks, here it is again. Aqua with that minigun up top just made it impossible for any other team to even try to contest them on high ground. They send Nyrox down, Kluja there as well. Here, Kluja was doing everything he could, but again, when you're at a number disadvantage, Dr. Lupo, a health disadvantage, when you're on the low ground as well, I mean, I just don't see how you could even win the game. He tried to edit him down. Unfortunately, just can't hit the final shots. As drops him to 200 HP.
Otra vez se va el sonido. Ahora.
As they take the victory royale.
Se atarrobó ahí.
game remaining. World Cup Finals duos competition and the best players we've ever seen in any lobby, literally ever. And we're here along with literally 18,000 people at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Yeah, and they are enjoying themselves here today. What a feeling it has been. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage so far of the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. A reminder for the millions watching online right now, we still have another day of competition, and tomorrow
Está petado, en verdad. Está toda la peña.
competition will be underway. Tifu will be involved as well. I'm sure a lot of people here looking forward to that, as it is going to be one to remember tomorrow. There's no duos that can save you. There's no reboots. It's you and you only. The nerves will be at an all-time high.
Who do you have? If you look at the entire list of everybody for solos, real quick, one or two names. Who do you think's going to do well?
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm looking at anyone who's double qualified. For me, right off the bat, as people that could be favorites. And, whoa, we just got the standings. And now I'm completely shifted focus. Saf and Zayt still in the lead.
Aún siguen primeros. Y solo haciéndose 3 puntos, tío. Esta partida.
EU and NA. The fight back and forth is there, right?
Twitter's talked about it about 1 million times. Reddit says it over and over again. EU versus NA, and I think right now this leaderboard screams that the competition on both sides is huge. Page 2 on your screen now, Jack.
Oh, 19. Top 19 de Urban.
The difference between 11th and 20th, just 6 points right now. Dr. Lupo, still anybody's game as this continues on through. What a day we've had so far. Just
No están jugando nada mal, están llegando hasta los lates y van bastante bien. Mira, vamos a ver cómo está la clasificación de momento. Vamos a ver. Marcador de la sesión. ¿Está actualizado ya? Sí. 43 puntos, 40, 38, 37, 36, 35, 33, 31, 29, 28... Hay bastantes franceses, mira. Vamos a ver desde aquí. Un dúo. Dos. 3. 4 dúos. 4 dúos, Joder, X-Men no he hecho ningún punto. Es que no me jodas la diferencia. Lo que es Brasil, el servidor de Brasil y todo eso, se nota un huevo. Agüita. Bueno, que va bien el Borben. 10 puntos de eliminación y 12 puntos de clasificación. Nada mal, En 5 partidas, 2 eliminaciones por partida, pero es que se han hecho 7, creo, en la segunda partida, si no me equivoco. Están jugando muy bien. Es que han hecho 2 seguidos los cabrones, ¿eh? No me jodas que se me ha metido la partida, tío. Se me metía a ver una partida, pero no salimos. Tienen que ganar Aqua y Nyrax. Se están sacando la puta polla. Sí, literal. Se la están sacando. ¿La están sacando? Ale, ale, ale. Ale, ale, ale. No me jodas, no me pares esto, tío. ¿En serio, tío, ahora por salirme? Vale. Espérate, que esto tiene arreglo. Esto tiene arreglo. A mí no me jodas, falta una partida. A mí no me jodas que falta una partida, tío. Nah, tía, nada. Joder, tío, ¿en serio no la voy a poder ver por salirme? Por favor, tío, lo quiero ver. Si me meto aquí. No me gustaría cerrar la aplicación, ¿eh? Pues nada, no lo voy a poder ver. Porque soy tonto. Soy tonto y no lo voy a poder ver. No me va a dejar verlo, tío. Bueno, pues nada, chavales, hasta aquí el directo de hoy. Bueno, de hoy no, luego habrá otro directo, así que ahora luego en un ratito nos vemos. Voy a cenar y vuelvo otra vez con un duito o una squad, lo que sea. Si es squad mejor, así hago... Así a ver si llego a las 400 victorias en escuadrón. Así que, chao.